What's up, dudes? Fruit Punch Save here. Oh, I love this song. And I'm back with more Tsukihime. We are officially on the Ciel Senpai route. So, let's see. Let us see. I think I officially got YouTube chat up there and Twitch chat on the left side. So, excuse me. I awakened to a soft light. The steady hiss of the rain has long faded, although the sky is still overcast. Enough sunlight filters through the gray clouds to rouse me from sleep.
おはようございます、遠野くん。昨夜はぐっすり眠れましたか？
はい。おは
So
よ
you
う
do auto. There you go. Dang, she's cute, right? And then it all comes back to me. I spent last night on Ciel bed in Senpai apartment. The night sleep must have done me some good because I shoot straight out of the bed.
おはようございます、先輩。
Okay.
昨日はありがとうございました。いろいろお世話になっちゃって、
はい、一つ貸しにしておきますね。
Ciel keeps smiling, her usual smile completely indifferent to my panic. My cheeks burn redder than ever. It's clear which of us is handling the situation like an adult.
じゃあ一つ仮ですね。もし俺に返せる時があるのなら、その時は必ずお返しします。
I have no way of knowing what the future holds. But if I'm lucky enough to have the opportunity, I want to make myself useful to her in some way, no matter how small.
俺、そろそろ帰ります。雨も上がったし。
あれ？そうなんですか？まだ朝の6時になったばかりですよ、遠野くん。
そうだけど、昨日は無断外泊しちゃったから、早めに屋敷に戻らないと、秋葉になんて言われるか。
秋葉。ああ、妹さんのことですね。昨日電話しておきましたから、そのあたりのお話は大丈夫だと思いますよ。
The sudden chills run up my spine.
電話したって、先輩がうちに？
はい。遠野くんがうちに泊まることを伝えておかないと、ご家族の方たちが心配すると思って。ご迷惑でした？
いや、それは。
My voice wavered as the horror of the situation dawns on me. Ciel called my house and told its tyrannical mistress that her brother was going to spend the night with a teenage girl in her apartment.
困る。それはすごく困る。昨日とは違う意味で死んだ方がマシかもしれない。
Oh boy.
遠野くん、私の部屋に泊まったこと、そんなに嫌だったんですね。
あ、いや、そういう意味じゃなくてですね。
Oh, I love this song.
うちの家は時代錯誤というか、とにかく決まりが厳格なんです。俺が先輩のことを嫌がったわけじゃなくて。
いいです。言い訳なんかしなくても。
Dang, she lost all the soul in her eyes.
私、やっぱりおせっかいでしたよね。あと夕ご飯、コンビニ弁当は女子力低すぎでしたよね。
Ciel looks down, sadly at her feet. Over the past few hours, she's become someone special to me, someone I deeply respect. Seeing her like this is the last thing I want.
本気で違います。おせっかいなんかじゃないです。俺は本当に感謝しています。先輩が介抱してくれなかったら、俺はまた間違えるところだったし、コンビニ弁当もありだし、ベッドは緊張したけどすぐ眠れたし、今だってその先輩の顔が見れて嬉しいし、気持ちがめちゃくちゃ楽になってるんですから。
I blurted out everything that comes to mind, and then I noticed the twinkle in her eye.
はい、そうですね。遠野くんはいつもの調子に戻ってくれました。昨夜は何があったのかは知りませんけど、こうして元気になってくれて嬉しいです。
She giggles, her puppy dog eyes from moments ago nowhere to be seen.
シエル先輩。
冗談ですよ。私だって遠野くんのお家に直接電話なんかしません。乾くんにお願いして、昨夜遠野くんは乾くんの家に泊まったという電話をしてもらったんです。
よかった。それなら問題はないですけど、先輩冗談きつすぎですよ。今のは本気で心臓が止まるかと思った。
はい、私割と意地悪なんです。ほら、好きな子っていじめたくなるじゃないですか。それと一緒です。
their crush. Hang on, is she saying?
でも確かにお家には早めに帰った方がいいですね。ちょっと待ってください。
Ciel hands me a neatly folded shirt.
はい、どうぞ。朝のうちに洗っておきました。上着の方は乾ききっていませんけど。
そっか。参ったな。何から何まで本当にお世話になりっぱなしで。
いえ、これも役得です。弱気な遠野くんに頼ってもらえてラッキーでした。
I know she's only trying to make me feel better, but I'm just happy that she cares. I take the shirt, step into the bathroom for a moment to change, then hurry to the door.
それじゃあ行きます。先輩、昨日は本当にありがとうございました。先輩が言っていた通り、俺に何ができるかはわからないけど、自分なりに償いってやつを真剣に考えます。
はい、それでは学校でお会いしましょう。
She sees me off with a smile. This very well may be the last time I ever see it. Someone is sure to have found the woman I killed by now. Perhaps the police are already at the mansion, waiting for me. But, come what may, I'm done with running. In my heart, I thank Ciel for her smile, then set off for the Tono mansion. Man, Akia's gonna chew him out. In brief, the mansion is the same as ever. Who's running? Arcueid.
お帰りなさいませ、四季さん。雨に降られるなんて昨夜は災難でしたね。
Kohaku's cheerful smile greets me as I enter the lobby.
ただいま。琥珀さん？
朝ごはんですね。すぐにお支度しますから、居間で待っていてください。明葉様も先ほど済ませたばかりですよ。
With the patter of footsteps, Kohaku bustles away into the west wing, where I recall the kitchen is located. Sunlight stream through the windows. The faint sound of birdsong drift into the empty lobby. Things shouldn't be this calm. There's no sign that anyone has even heard about yesterday's murder, let alone that the police have come by. I decide to head back to my room and change. Hisue.
おはようございます、四季様。お帰りになられたのですね。
Dang, what's she doing?
つ
In
い
his
さっき
room.
帰ってきた。
Hisue is already in my room. Judging from her position by the windowsill, I guess she was letting in some fresh air.
翡翠、悪いんだけど替えの上着ってあるかな？今着ているの昨日の雨で濡れちゃって。
かしこまりました。すぐにご用意いたします。
With a bow, Hisue leaves to find a replacement. I entered the parlor to find Arcueid sitting up
あら、おはようございます兄さん。
on the sofa wearing an expression of quite vexation.
いつの間にかお帰りになってたんですね。
There's no missing the trace of the venom in her voice.
おはよう、アキハ。 朝から機嫌が悪そうだな。
ええ、兄さんが頻繁に外泊をされる方だとは知りませんでしたから。機嫌を損ねているというよりは呆れているんです。
I stand corrected. That's more than a trace. I'm being openly scolded.
まあ、体調を崩したのなら仕方がありませんけど。乾さんという方は中学校からの友人なんですね。
Now, that's a name I never thought I'd hear from Akia's lips. Arihiko must have actually come through for me. But at the same time, I have this bad feeling. I can only hope he didn't say anything stupid.
まったく。徒歩のくせに傘も持っていないなんて。その上、川に流れていた子猫を助けるとか、ケーキ屋で泣いていた子供を助けるとか、喫茶店で起きた窃盗事件を解決するとか。どこのミステリ小説ですか？
What the fuck?
いえ、子猫を無視できなくてつい助けてしまったというのは兄さんらしくていい話ですけど。
あ、いや。
Did Arihiko just cobble together a bunch of recent headlines for the local news? Trust him to come up with such a shoddy cover story. Then again, Akia seemed to have brought it, so maybe basing in fact lent some realism to the details.
大体ですね。学校を早退されるのなら連絡を入れてください。すぐに迎えの車を送って差し上げたのに、何に遠慮しているかは知りませんが、兄さんは遠野家の長男だと言ったでしょ。使えるものは何でも使ってください。そうでなくても兄さんは人より体が弱いんですから。昨日は突然の雨でしたから気圧の変化もあったのでしょうけど、あれぐらいで貧血を起こすなんて話になりません。一度主治医に見てもらうにしても、登下校は車で送らせた方がよろしいのではなくて。
大丈夫。アキラが気にするようなことじゃない。ちゃんと週1で病院には通ってるし、毎日車で送られたらそれこそ体が鈍るだろう。心配してくれるのは嬉しいけど、俺のことでそこまで神経質になるなよ。
そうですか。兄さんがそう言うのでしたら無理には進めません。それと訂正しておきますが、私が心配しているのは兄さんの体ではなく遠野家の長男の健康ですので。
Just started the third day. Akia coolly shoots me down. I'm tempted to point out that those two things are one and the same, but swiftly think better of it.
チキさん、朝食の支度ができました。
Kohaku's cheerful voice echoes through the lobby from the dining room. Though we still aren't on good terms yet, my morning talk with Akia is over for today.
悪いな。もうすぐ行かなくちゃいけないし、手早く飯食ってくる。
兄さん、その乱暴な言葉遣いはやめてください。あまり改めてくださらないようでしたら当主として命じることになりますから。
Authority. Her graceful lips form a small pout. That childish sulk, so at odds with her words, hasn't changed one bit over the years.
よし、元の調子に戻ってきたな。やっぱりアキラはそうでなくっちゃ落ち着かない。俺のことなんか心配しないでいいから、これからは気楽にしてろよ。
しつこいですね。私、兄さんの心配なんてしてません。
Why can't she be honest? Akia scowls and looks away. I glance back at her fondly as I walk out of the portal. Alright, so you got through the first morning. Soon. You know. Hisui sees me out as I leave for school. She hands me my bag, pauses for a moment, then hesitantly opens her mouth.
出過ぎたこととは存じますが、質問をお許しください。
Oh, she's worried.
昨夜はどうなされたのですか？
別に何もないよ。雨に当てられて貧血を起こしただけ。これからは気をつける。
責めているのではありません。ただ、今朝の四季様はひどく無理をしているように見えます。
Dang, I really like Hisui.
どうかみちみちお気をつけくださいませ。
She cares about Shiki a lot. She bows a deep farewell. I managed to act naturally enough to fool Akia and Kohaku, but not Hisue, it seems.
気遣ってくれたのかな、翡翠。
She's hard to read at the best of times, but I can tell she's concerned about me. I thank her in my heart of hearts as I wave her goodbye. It's the last time I ever see this sight. My homecoming only lasted for 2 days in the end, but I should be grateful for the time I had. If this day of execution can last just a little longer, I want to go to school and see my friends and teachers in final time before I have to leave them all behind. If I can say one last ordinary goodbye, if I can live out one last day with no regret, that would be a better ending than I deserve. Whoa! Oh, I pressed square. I fat finger. I'm like, what the heck? No, that was just a menu button. I don't remember in Ciel Route. Does he find Arc alive? And my inner turmoil notwithstanding, this morning is the same as any other. More and more school uniforms dot the streets the closer I get to school. My legs feel like they're going to quit at any moment, but I force them to keep walking. I pass to the station square and continue towards the school. I know this route well. I walk it for 2 years. The school gates are just on the other side of this crossing. The light turns red, so I stop at the curb. I can see the school perimeter wall across the street. Protected by the guardrails lining the sidewalk, a steady stream of students headed for the gates. There's no one but Soya High students on these streets at this time of day. At least there shouldn't be. And yet, through the rush of passing cars, I catch a glimpse of white. Oh yeah, that's Arc. It's her. Ethereal, white, undeniable. Golden hair shimmering like the sun. Long, thin eyebrows, framing crimson eyes. Though I only seen her once before, I could never mistake her. But this isn't possible. Yesterday, I dismembered her with my own hands, tore her to pieces, rendered her to chunks of bloody flesh. So why? Why is this creature / woman I murdered so alive and whole and beautiful? The traffic light turns green. The students surrounding me starts to cross the street. I'm the only one who hangs behind, standing motionless on my side of the road. She sits there on the guardrail, casually swinging her legs back and forth. It almost seems like she's waiting for something, or someone. I have no way to telling how long she's been waiting, but her expression is relaxed and unassuming. Is she really waiting for someone? Her restless movement betrays a nervous excitement, as if she were waiting on a lover. Hold on, she's waiting? Who is she waiting for? Isn't it obvious? Isn't it incredibly obvious? I'll do the same thing. Anyone would. If I were killed by someone, if I could, I'll go straight after the person who did it. I got a terrible feeling about this. A chill crawl its way up my back like a centipede. It feels as though my spine wants to burst out through my mouth. The woman in white looked my way. Our eyes meet. We're thinking the same thing. Everything is exactly what I was afraid of. No, this is all just a coincidence. It has to be. There's no reason to feel like this. We never met. No connection exists between the two of us. She's just a stranger that looks like her. She got to be waiting for someone else. The only explanation is that the moment I'm experiencing is a nightmare. If it weren't, then there'll be no way that person could be alive and walking around. Not after being dismembered like that. So why? Why is she looking at me with that wicked smile on her face? Whoa! Oh, wait, I didn't get to read that. Did it auto? Oh, that satisfied grin of someone who just bought it, their killer. As if to say, I've been waiting for you. The woman pushes herself off the guardrail and raises her hand in greeting. She lightly brushes her hair back as she turns to face me.
なんだよ、それ。
It's just a bad dream. The traffic light blinks red.
来るな、来るな。
The woman walks through the oncoming traffic without even flinching once. She's less than 3 meters away now. I don't know whether this is a dream or reality.
来るなって言ってるのに。
Oh, what are you gonna do, Shiki? I shout at her, but nothing changes. I got to escape. I have to get away from the woman in white. I run. I run with all my might. Without a shred of shame or concern for my reputation, I run, pushing and shoving my way through passerby as my feet strike the pavement. My breath goes ragged, and my heart pounds and screams for me to stop. But I can't stop running. My face must look unrecognizable, etched with such exhaustion and pain. My vision gets distorted by the tears stinging my eyes. My throat burns. My lungs squeeze and twist to wring out my breath. I'm shaking uncontrollably. It feels like my tendons in my hands might tear from the convulsions. My feet hit the ground havenously, leg moving without the time to think where to land. Each step sends a numbing shock up my thighs. That's fine. Even if my legs tear themselves to shreds, that's fine. Just if I stop running here, I might lose my mind. I look over my shoulder. I can see the woman in white casually coming my way. All doubt vanishes from my mind. She's following me. The woman I killed is following me. That alone is plenty of reason for me to lose my mind. My heart feels like it might explode, but I ignore it and keep running. Whenever I look around, she's still there, sauntering behind me as if she's taking a simple stroll, while I keep fleeing with all my might. I tilt my head to the skies. My arms feel heavy. All sensation have long abandoned my legs. I'm running faster than I ever have in my life. So why can't I shake her? Why can't I outrun her leisurely pace? I'm completely out of breath. I don't even know how many kilometers I run at full speed. And she's still behind me, walking. With all the effort of someone out for a stroll, but she never fails to lag behind. Like the image of a ghost seared into my proverbial rearview mirror. There's nothing funny about the situation, but I can't help but laugh. Dude, he's fucking insane. The stream of laughter bursts out. I keep running. My body screamed that it might collapse and die if I continue. But still, I keep running. It's clear why I had to run. The second she catches me, she'll kill me. I don't have any basis for thinking that, but I know better than anyone that I'd be fooling myself if I tried to laugh at all. I don't need reasons or evidence. It's just how the world works. To reap what I've sown. An eye for an eye, a life for a life. Since I killed her, now she has the right to kill me. It's as simple as that. It's a simple fact that my life will end the second I get caught. Dude, why he run to the back alley? Oh boy. I fall, sprawling pathetically on the ground. I didn't even stumble or trip. My limb just couldn't carry me a single step further. I crawl across the ground to the wall. With my palms against the stone, I will myself to get back up on my feet, but it's no use. The second I lift myself up off the ground, my knees give out, and I fall back down with a thud. I can no longer move my body, not even an inch. throw my head backwards and wheeze for air. It hurts. I can't get enough oxygen at all. My brain is starving. I can't think. I can't make sense of what I'm doing. Why am I doing this? Why? How? Is the woman I killed still alive? I cut her down perfectly, thoroughly. I massacred her in the most extreme way possible. So how could she be waiting outside of my school? How could she just sit there and smile at me when I arrived? That's right. I definitely killed her. I definitely killed her. And yet, I definitely killed her. And not, and yet. Why? 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 Why?
あれ追いかけっこはもう終わり
The sound of footsteps coming closer. A subdued noise that echoes through the alley. The woman shrugs her shoulder as if disappointed and speaks to me as I lie slumped against the wall.
こんにちは。昨日は本当にお世話になったわ。
Damn, dude, she's kinda hot. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like her too. I like her turtleneck. She faces me with a carefree smile. I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't know what to make of her expression. She's wearing that smile. She brazenly enters the closed-off alleyway.
それとこれ忘れ物困るのよね。証拠になるようなものを落とされちゃう。
The black object lands in front of me with a light thud. My bag. I hadn't even noticed I lost it yet. No, hold on. What did she just say? Incriminating. Did she just say incriminating? Shit, I gotta get out of here. I urge my legs to move, only to push my back harder into the concrete wall blocking my way.
追いかけっこは終わりなんでしょだってここ袋小路だもん。おまけに人気もないから邪魔が入る心配もないし。
The woman looks oddly cheerful. A dead end? With no one around? I look around in a panic, then curse myself for my stupidity. Damn, Nasu! Hey! Good shit! To zoom in, to zoom out! That's pretty movie-like. I like that. Why the hell did I decide to flee here of all places? It's like I'm begging to be killed.
長かったな。あれから18時間。ようやくあなたを捕まえた。
The woman takes another step towards me.
お前
何？
お前は確かに。
ええ。昨日あなたに殺された女よ。覚えていてくれて嬉しいわ。
Okay. It's a response I at least wanted to hear, regardless of whether this is real or not.
ふざけるな。死んだ人間が生きてるはずがないだろ。
そうだけど、そう驚くことでもないんじゃない？単に殺された後生き返っただけなんだから。
The woman says as if it's nothing, coming ever closer. The space between us shrinks steadily.
生き返った。
I sit in a daze as I digest what she told me. She came back to life? Does she mean she came back to life from the brink of death? What? Did she go to a doctor and undergo an operation to bring herself back?
バカにすんな。あんなに手足をバラバラにされて生き返る人間がいるもんか。
うん。だって私人間じゃないもの。
Her words are too simple to interrupt any other way. I'm not human? That's what the woman just told me.
人間じゃない。
当たり前でしょ。
She's a
手
true
足をバラバラに
ancestor.
されて一人でに再生できる人間がいると思う？
No human could. That much is fact. If someone could, they might look like a human, but no way they'd be considered the same anymore. Someone who can die and come back to life. A being that doesn't care. if it ceases to breathe. One that can recover fully, even after being cut to pieces. Something that may look human, but definitely can't be called one. It appears that the true form of the woman in front of me. I tried to laugh at the situation, but my throat is too wrecked to let any sound through.
なんだよ、それ。
It isn't funny enough to be a joke. And even if it were a joke, it all fits together a little too well. I mean, she got a point. If she isn't human, then it could actually be possible for her to come back to life, even after being massacred in such a way. My mind finally starts to settle down. I recall the words of the one who saved me so long ago. First, I need to take a good look. Then I need to think of everything through. That's the type of situation I'm in right now.
人間じゃないって言ったな。それじゃあ何なんだお前。
私は吸血鬼って呼ばれてるけど、わかりやすく言えば人の血を吸って生きてる怪物かな。
That's much better. Her being a vampire makes all of this easier to understand. Even I know what a vampire is. They may just be the stuff of legends, but I doubt just anyone out there who hasn't heard of them. Bram Stoker wrote a famous book about them once. In Western fiction, they're often described as undying monsters in human form. Sometimes they're also described as bloodsuckers, which is what they are in a nutshell. They're monsters that drink blood, so of course they're not human.
そう、吸血鬼なんだ。
It sounds so ridiculous that just saying out loud nearly makes me burst into a mad laugh. Going to get killed any moment now, yet I feel incredibly calm about it. What can I say? I just don't have the energy to care anymore. Not that it would do any good. She seemed satisfied as she peered down at my pathetic figure. Wait, I thought vampires weren't able to walk around in broad daylight. No, never mind. It's really not something for me to be focused on right now.
で、その怪物が俺なんかに何の用だって言うんだ。
I blurt out the words in a fit of frustration. The woman looks taken aback for a moment. She crosses her arms in front of her chest, looking me over with a small pout.
驚いた。昨日私に何をしたか忘れたの？
Holy shit. Arc is really hot. What the hell? She's a lot prettier than I remember her when I played the remake a couple years back. And she's way prettier than, you know, her original self. I think so. Let me see. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, she looks more Asian. Which not good, cause she's not Asian. She's a white woman. She's a snow bunny. But she look kind of cute. Her face is not completely egg. Like Hisue and Akia. Her face is a little sharper. A little bit sharper. But her hair is also different, right? Yeah, her hair is different. And obviously her outfit. Well, we all know this outfit's gonna come back, but for now, her outfit is with the miniskirt. With the cross, the little added cross on her neck too. Man, I like her a lot. I like her a lot. She looks really good. They did a really good job on her remake sprite. Her remake outfit.
あなたは見ず知らずの私を会った瞬間にバラバラに殺してくれたのよ。それで何の用だなんてよっぽど手慣れているみたいね。
Wow. She looks more baffled than angry. But I could say I'm equally baffled. I mean, the woman I killed with my own two hands is standing right in front of me, grumbling that I had the gall to kill her.
ちょっと聞いてるの？殺人狂。
Damn,
あ
murder.
あ聞いてる。我ながらものすごい悪運持ちだなって今噛み締めてるところなんだ。悪いけどちょっと黙っててくれないか。
I need something to blame. Otherwise, I'll end up destroying myself. I'll learn just how bad my luck is, though it's a little late for that. For whatever reason, I was overcome by the urge to kill this woman, so I rode the urge till I finished the job. I was so desperate over everything that happened. I was ready to find some way to atone for it all, only to find the person I killed wasn't even human. I break out in laughter, but it's not all bad news. The woman I killed really has come back to life. That means I haven't killed anyone. I might have performed the act of killing, yet she's still alive and well. At the very least, that's something for me to take comfort in. That's right. If I didn't kill anyone, then everything might be fine. Shiki Tono could actually go back to his normal day-to-day life. Sure, in exchange for that, I'm now being haunted down by a deranged lunatic, but that's still better than being a murderer. It's still a case of bad luck, but it's bad luck on the very best kind. Though the whole situation might be ridiculous, at least I'm not the only one who's crazy.
いいよ、落ち着いた。言いたいことがあるんだろう。文句でも恨み事でも思う存分言ってくれ。
そりゃ言いたいことはいっぱいあるけど、あなた変わった人ね。吸血鬼を前にして何その態度。
悪かったな。必死に居直ってるんだよ。そうでもしないと自分で自分を殺しかねない。
If she's going to kill me, I wish she'd get it over with. I already dealt with my body giving up from me for 7 years now. No matter how terrible the act, I'm prepared to recognize that it really happened. Then again, never in my wildest dream did I think I have to deal with a situation like this in the first place. The woman gives me a drawn-out look. Her gaze is sharp, but I don't sense any hostility. So, this is also backwards. Isn't it natural to want an eye for an eye? Shouldn't she be itching to pay me back?
何ジロジロ見てるんだ。お前は俺に復讐しに来たんだろ。なら。
ええ、確かに殺されたら殺し返すのがセオリーよね。それがお望みならしてあげるけど、とりあえず今はパスかな。それ、損益が合わないから。
Her eyes are firmly fixated on me.
ねえ、反省してる？
Oh, ho, ho, ho. She's walking up on him. My eyes widen in surprise. Her words just sounded so out of place.
私を殺しちゃったことを反省しているのかって聞いてるの。それでね、もしあなたが反省しているのなら許してあげようかなって。あなた、人間にしては嘘が下手そうな感じだし。
反省って俺が？
うん。あなたがごめんなさいって言ってくれれば、私としてはそれでいいよ。
I can't believe it. And that's just the part where my murder victim's telling me she'll forgive me. I can't believe how amazingly gentle she sounds.
もう、こっちが真面目に聞いているんだから、ちゃんと答えるのが筋ってものでしょ。ほら、早く答えて。
I like her a
反
lot.
省しているのか、していないのか。そこをはっきりさせないと先に進めないんだから。
Do I regret it? That goes without saying.
そりゃ。
But I hesitate before I can finish. Can I do this? I already admitted my crime to myself, but I still haven't dared say it out loud. Some deep part of me is convinced that if I do, I can never go back to the life I had. But
そりゃ、何？
my tongue dried up in my mouth. My throat goes numb, begging me not to speak. But I can't run from this. It's something I have to face. I think someone who believed in me told me something similar once. If you truly want to live a normal life, then face your own sins. Face your own actions. Never, ever look away.
そりゃ後悔してる。なんであれ。俺は人を殺してしまったん
Dang,
だ。
Shiki's so gentle. I wring my confession back from my chest, just as I did last night in Ciel apartment. I killed this woman. I killed her with no mercy, for no reason, purely for my own gratification.
そのことを後悔も反省もできる。できるのなら。
If I could be permitted such a cheap gesture.
何度でも頭を下げる。でもそれは意味のないことだ。事実として俺はあんたを手にかけた。だから
What I did was unforgivable. That she was somehow resurrected is no excuse. Shikitono murdered the very woman he sees before him. I am guilty of a violation of the highest order, of an act of unfathomable violence.
だからあんたは俺に復讐していい。俺が逃げたのはお前が怖かったからじゃない。俺は俺自身の行為から逃げていただけだった。
Slumped against the alley wall, I confessed my sins to the empty air. It's as if I finally woken up. I spent the past day in a fugue, in a fragile, transient dream, in a brief refugee from the reality of my own depravity. But now, at last, it's time to pay the piper.
そっか。うん。いい人なんだね、あなた。
She likes him. Oh! I look up at her. I look up at her in surprise. She's smiling. She might call herself a vampire, but her expression is perfectly sweet and honest.
決めた。
Dang, man, I think I like Arc more than Ciel. I know everyone likes Ciel more than Arc, especially after you read the remake, but I don't know, man. White woman spotted.
やっぱりあなたには私の手伝いをしてもらうわ。
Kind of like her.
は？
Let's redo the arc route. Fuck it. I'm just kidding. Her smile is different now, more meaningful, less innocent. Help. She wants me to help her.
おい、手伝いってなんだ？
だからあなたを許してあげる代償。この町に根付いている吸血鬼の始末をちょっと手伝ってもらおうかなって。
Okay. I don't understand any of this.
待て、許す代償ってなんだ？っていうかそんな簡単に許せるのか？そもそも吸血鬼の始末って、お前自分のことを吸血鬼って言ってなかったか？
ああ、違う違う。私は吸血鬼だけど、町に根付いている吸血鬼はまた別物よ。あなた、この町に住んでいる人でしょ？なら、最近起きている殺人事件も知ってるわよね。
いや、まあ。
The sudden callback to the familiar news story snaps me out of my worked up state. Somehow, the strange circumstances around those murders seem more real than whatever is happening to me here.
そりゃあ知ってるよ。連続通り魔だろ。もう何人も殺されてる事件で、被害者は血液を抜かれて。
The moment I say it, I suddenly realize what the woman's getting at. A very simple conclusion.
そう。私が言ってるのはそっちの吸血鬼のこと。自分を殺せ殺せってあなたは言うけど、私が殺したい相手は今のところそいつだけよ。この殺人犯ってあなたたちにとっても敵なんじゃないの？
My mind is running circles trying to keep up with the influx of new data. Sure, I get the basics. I understand what she's saying. But on some fundamental level, I feel like all common sense has well and truly left the building.
ほんと、 人間って非効率すぎて理解できないわ。自分たちで吸血鬼の仕業かと言っているのに、誰も吸血鬼退治をしないんだもの。森が燃えているのに逃げ出さないリスみたい。
いや、だって吸血鬼なんているはずないだろ。
Dissatisfied with my response, her lips pursed into a pout. Right. The mysterious creature in front of me did just say she was a vampire as well.
でもそれじゃあ何か。お前はこの町で殺人事件を起こしている吸血鬼を退治してくれるのか。
And you want me, of all people, to somehow help you?
ええ、何しろ予定が大きく崩れちゃって。昨日なぜか見ず知らずの殺人鬼に襲われて殺されちゃったから。あれは参ったな。もう完璧な不意打ちで反撃する間もなく17個に切断されたんだもの。初めて見ただけの相手を尾行して殺したら満足して去っていくとかどうなの？ほんとひどいなんてものじゃないわ。言い逃れもできないぐらい完全な殺人鬼よね、そいつ。
Shit, yeah, that's pretty much what I was like yesterday. As much as I love to refute her, I'm fresh out of ammunition.
私だってね、復元するまでは本当にあなたを殺すつもりだったわ。あんな屈辱を受けたのは初めてだったし、復元しきるのに8割以上の力を消費してしまったわけだし。それより何より本当にものすごく痛かったんだから。あんまりにも痛いから気が触れそうになるんだけど、やっぱりあんまりにも痛くて正気に戻るの。そんな繰り返しを一晩体験した私の気持ちわかる？
I'm sorry, but as a human, I don't think I could even begin to imagine what that was like.
それでね、もう憎くてあなたを探したわ。目的である吸血鬼も放っておいたぐらい、それだけに熱中した。土地の記録からあなたの服装があの学校のものだって分かったのは2時間ぐらい前の話。本当は夜まで待って捕まえようと思ったけど、もう1分だって待ちたくなかった。それじゃあってあそこで待つことにしたの。
So that's why she was waiting for me outside the school. After all that agony, she must have been dying to kill me. But if that's the case...
わからないな。そこまで憎かったのに、どうして俺を許すなんて言うんだ。
Because you're cute, Shiki.
そうね。簡単に言えば時間が経って冷静になったのかな。
Must be nice being
私も
handsome.
力を消費しちゃったことだし、めっためたに殺すよりぐっちゃぐちゃの盾になってもらった方が効率的だなって考えたの。
おい、今よからぬことを口にしなかったか、お前。
そんなこと言った？私。
人のことを盾にするって言った。
She also added some pretty unfortunate adjectives to her description.
何よ、そんなの当然じゃない。私はあなたのことを許したけど、それは私個人の感情に整理をつけただけだもの。あなたが犯した殺害という行為そのものはやっぱり気持ちじゃなくて行為であがなうしかないでしょ。
いや、でしょと言われても。
I expected her to just kill me instead, but being asked to be her shield feels like a totally different kind of compensation. I can't exactly pinpoint what the difference is, but I damn sure have a bad feeling about this.
素直なんだか意地悪なんだかわからない人ね。繰り返すけど、私はあなたに殺されたのよ。想像できないでしょうけど、一度死んでから蘇生するのにはそれなりに力を消費するんだから。単純に殺されるだけならどうってことなかったわ。でもあなたの切り口は今まで見たこともない切断面で、傷口がつながらないから体を作り直すしかなかった。その結果、私は生き返るのにほとんどの力を使っちゃったんだからね。
Damn, dude, Shiki's too OP. He killed her so bad she can't regenerate her body. She had to build a whole ass body from scratch. You can see the lines. She puffs up her cheeks in anger. It's rather comical, but oddly fitting. I guess she'd forgotten about her anger up until now, but explaining the situation is making her relive her fury.
とにかく今の私は弱ってるの。2晩も経てば回復するだろうけど、その前に襲われたら打つ手がないの。だからその間、あなたには私の盾になってもらうから。
いや、もらうからって何勝手に決めてんだよ。
あなたのせいでこうなったんだから、それぐらいはして当然でしょ。それともやっぱり反省なんかしてないっていうの？
I'm trapped by her sincere gaze. She's so unfair. All this talk about regret or the courses of action aside, I'd really rather she didn't look at me with those eyes. If you are calling yourself a monstrous vampire, you really shouldn't be going around staring people down with such pure, honest eyes.
お前、
I clamped down on the feeling rising in my chest. I regret my actions. I want to atone for them too. Yet, my heart keeps warning me that, as a human, I should not be teaming up with this woman.
俺は
It's his bloodline. As a Narnia, he can't team up with the supernatural. Without any answer at hand, I idly raises my gaze. In that moment, I see a different pair of glowing eyes staring back at me. My entire body tensed up again. Strength returns to my overtaxed legs, and I force myself up from my seated position to a crouch. The woman, following my gaze, turned to look at what has appeared in the entrance of the alley behind her. It's a creature even more out of place in the human city than a vampire in front of me. The woman looked perfectly calm, but I'm struggling to wrap my head around the situation. That's a panther. I know that much. Even a child would be able to tell what animal it is. But you wouldn't see one outside of a picture book or a cage in a zoo. And somehow, here I am, experiencing just how terrifying the beast is firsthand, all without anything to protect me. It stands on four lean, powerful limbs. Muscle that seems too supple as rubble, yet hard as steel. This creature is far removed from that of a human being. This is a creature built for the sole purpose of hunting its prey. Simply seeing its awakened primal instincts, it should have been cast away in the Stone Age. We might both be living creatures, but this panther is in another league. Its superior abilities leave me breathless. It's not something I can put into words. This creature and I can't coexist in the same world, much less communicate with one another. The Black Panther body measures over 1 meter in length. Even a dog that size could easily take down a human. And here it is, eyeing me, and the woman in white, vicious claws, fangs and all, with barely 5 meters between us.
ねえ、あれ、あなたの知り合い？
わけあるか！
Can't help but snap back at the person so crazy. I'm an idiot. As if taking my voice as a signal, the panther leaps in our direction. No, that's not right. It's running. But it's going so fast that I thought it had leaped at us instead. Can't do anything. The black blur of fang was sinking to my shoulder before even I have time to process the movement. I can see it. I'm keenly aware of how this will all end 1 second from now. But the thought of dodging and moving doesn't even register. But the blow comes from my side instead. The woman in white shoves me away before the shadowy creature has a chance to bite me. An effortless swipe of her hands is all it takes. At a touch, I flung across the alley as easily as someone might throw a ball, and then I go crashing to the wall. I grip my teeth as I slam into the wall back first. Pain shoots up through my spine.
お前、何を！
いいから前！
The woman shouts at me. I look up, expecting the beast to have crashed into the wall behind me. Instead, having lost sight of its target, the panther reacts instantly by spinning in the air and planting its feet onto the wall. From there, it leaps at the opposite wall. The creature lashes itself to the side of the building. Just as it seems to have found its footing, it turned its glowing gaze at me once more. My breath is still caught after the chaos. The panther pushes off against the sky and leaps at me like lightning falling from the sky. The woman places herself in a trajectory, deflecting the oncoming bolt with a single hand. She's even faster than the panther, her slender frame even more graceful. It's frightening, unnerving even.
ちょっと私の方が先約だってわかるでしょ。あんまり聞き分けがないと殺しちゃうわよ。
The woman's deposition hasn't changed at a bit. As if heeding her threat, the panther cautiously backs away. There's around 3 meters of space between the two of them now. The panther keeps its distance. It must have realized the difference in their abilities before their brief clash. To a human, that panther is no doubt a monster, a beast that could easily slay any human it meets. But that woman is on a whole other level, a monster among monsters. A demon could easily slay any monsters it meets. The panther sits absolutely still, as it observes the woman. Even I can tell how badly outclassed it is. The woman must seem like some insurmountable wall when viewed from the eyes of the apex predator.
要件は後で聞いてあげるから私の邪魔を。
The atmosphere around the woman changes. The panther hasn't rattled her in the slightest, but the very air around her seems sharper than before.
人
So, I remember when I was streaming the first day, someone told me like there's a fan theory that panther is Miyu, and not it doesn't belong with Law. So in the original Tsukihime, the panther was like a scout for Nero, right? And she kills it. But in this one, she says she told Shiki already she's here to kill a vampire in the town. She's talking about Vlav. If this was one of Vlav Panther, like for a scout, she would have killed it. But this doesn't seem like one of Vlav Panther because she says right here, hey, I'm here first. Mind your manners. If you don't mind your manner, I'll kill you. Meaning that she has no reason to kill this panther. Meaning this panther is probably not one of Vlav familiar. But if this panther is not one of Vlav familiar, then who is? Which comes back to that fan theory. This panther belongs to Miyu. Which is, fan theory. If not Miyu, then who knows who? There's no mistaking it. A group of strangers making their way down the alley. They're walking at a leisurely pace through a dimly lit back street, ambling right in our direction.
ダメだ、来るな。ここには氷が。
I try to tell them a panther is on the loose. But as I do, red currents flash across my vision. I rub my eyes beneath my glasses. Just now, I see something terrible. They keep coming. They possess neither the feral instincts nor the pride of the panther. They lurch forward, completely disregarding the woman in white, as well as the fact that another few steps forward would doom them. Why would they? These creatures have no brain to think, nor a heart to feel fear. They aren't alive. They can't be. They engulfed in flame, black smoke billowing from their eyes and mouth, and yet they keep moving forward. They're dead. They have to be. Their hands are outstretched, as if they're seeking salvation, but from their fingertips drip a thick oil. The drop of oil splashed into tongues of flame as they hit the ground. Even from the distance, I realized that the oil-like substance must be their stagnant blood.
何これ？新種？
The woman in white focuses her attention on the things before her. 2 or 3 cadavers reach for her. The last one turns in my direction and leers at me with his burning socket as I stand there dumbstruck. It got me. The panther used his fatally short window to strike. He's even faster than the last time it leaped. This time, it didn't even register as moving. The panther bears weight against me, as if trying to push me over and run his incisor down my neck. It tightens grip my throat. There's a constricting sensation at the nape of my neck. It's not my skin, though. The collar of my school uniform is being bitten and pulled. I'm pushed against the wall again. I've been dragged into a dark corner of the alley. The panther roughly presses me into a heap of piles of garbage.
お前な、人をゴミ扱いすんな。
What am I even doing? I'm berating the panther as if it has me pinned down. But for whatever reason, it decided not to follow through with its sack. Perhaps the beast realized it has bigger problems to deal with. Dang, the panther spared Shiki life. He was trying to get him out the way. Hidden behind some of the waste, I sit up and peer over at the woman. The smoldering dead are brave enough to get within 3 meters of the woman, a feat even the panther dare not try. And the moment they do, the panther leave. The very air wails in agony. The burst of wind from the woman's arm slicing through the air cuts through her targets like a bulldozer, leaving not a trace of the 3 bodies. My head hurts. Feels like a tiny thorns are bouncing within my eye sockets. A painful red sensation jabbing at me like knives, like it were trying to deny all I just seen.
もうまた無駄な体力を使っちゃったじゃない。
With a resigned shrug on her shoulder, the woman turns to me. It doesn't look like she holds the slightest interest in the corpse she just eradicated.
これもあなたがグズグズしていたからよ。早く決めてくれれば見つかることもなかったのに。
The woman boldly walks over to me, as I sit half stunned on the ground. The panther is long gone. It must have taken one look at the scene just now and decided it wanted none of it. That the woman was simply far too strong.
おい、今のなんだ。
My headache is concentrated behind my eyes. The pain searing through my cranium seems to be throwing off whatever part of my brain controls my speech. What the hell is this woman?
何ってただの死者でしょ。敵の吸血鬼の使い魔よ。ちょっと珍しいというか初めて見るタイプだったけど。
そうじゃない。お前の話だ。
Oh shit, Shiki wants to kill her. The Narnia in him. He sees her as a monster, and now his blood is telling him to kill her. The sharp sting in my head is begging for some sense of normalcy. She's a monster, an out-of-place panther, and those impossible flaming corpse. Even they appear perfectly grounded when compared to her. Though a flick of her arm, this woman made a gust of wind with the power of a tornado. Such a monster couldn't coexist among us frail human for a second.
私？だから吸血鬼だって言ってるじゃない。あれ？もしかしてあなた吸血鬼って単語知らない？ここじゃ一般教養だって聞いたんだけどな。
For such a powerful monster, she's pretty dense. But I can take advantage of this window to force strength into my trembling limbs. The fight just now led her away from the alley entrance. If I run with all my might, I may have a shot at escaping. I take a deep breath. Oh, the Narnia in him calmed down. Now all he sees is a cute girl in front of him. Just as I'm about to start running, I catch a glimpse of her face. For some reason, I suddenly feel calm again.
おい、どうした？怪我でもしたのか？
怪我なんてそんなのするわけないでしょ。あんな呪いのにやられるなんて考えたこともないわ。でもちょっとまずい展開になってきた。こうなったらゼガヒでもあなたには盾になってもらわないといけないみたい。
は？
That's right, we were just talking about that nonsense. Earlier I thought that she might have been speaking metaphorically about the whole meat shield thing, but now I'm not so sure anymore. She sounds dead serious. She actually wants me to act as her shield, against panthers and flaming corpse and who knows what else.
バカなこと言うなこのバカ。今の見てたろ。俺に何ができるって言うんだ。お前一人の方がよっぽどマシだろうが。
そうでもないわ。今ので本当に空っぽになっちゃったから。あなたたち風に言うと生きてるだけで精一杯みたいな。
Is that how it is? It doesn't look like it at all, but sure. Honestly, I'm half glad that what I just saw was a last-ditch effort, and that's something she could shake out her sleeve at any time. But that's not the issue here.
精一杯とか言われても困る。そりゃできることなら何でもする。でも無理だ。無理だろどう考えても。俺にはあんなのを追い払う力はない。悪いけど盾にだってなれはしない。
嘘よ。あなたは私を殺したのよ。そのあなたがどうしてそんな嘘を言うの？
殺したってあれは。
When I killed her, it was like I lost myself. I would help her if I could, but the kind of help she's asking for is way beyond anything I can do.
なら私が眠っている間、周りを見張ってくれるだけでいい。それくらいなら問題ないでしょ。
I can't help but feel myself weaken before those eyes. I can't help her, dude. This is Ciel Route. There's no way I can agree to that, no matter how persuasively she looks at me. Women coming back from the dead, Black Panthers, burning zombies. All these supernatural forces are just too much for me.
悪いが協力はできない。俺はただの学生なんだ。
学生。
何を期待しているか知らないけど、協力者なら他を当たれ。
ただの学生っていうのは見ず知らずの女の子をバラバラに切断しちゃうんだ。
Yes. That strikes home. My eyes are every bit as abnormal as this woman. But they're not the reason I ended up here. I could have lived a normal life, like a normal human being. If only I never met this impossible woman.
違う。俺はお前に出会うまでまともだった。人殺しなんてする気もなかったし、それなりにうまくやっていた。そうだ。あの時だけが特別だった。俺は確かにろくでなしだけど、それだってお前さえ見かけなければ。
ああ、もううるさい。
Mystic eyes! Oh, she got him! Why you look her in the eyes? The pupils of her crimson eye flare wide. Instantly, the air around her snaps taut. The feeling she gives off does a 180. I wonder if her glare alone could stop my heart.
勘違いしないで。あなたは私を殺したの。本来ならここでその首を引き抜いてるところをあなたが使えそうだから助けてあげているだけなのよ。
Damn, she got him, dude. Why are you staring back? The world fades into desolate silence. Only her eyes remain. My burning throat and trembling fingers are frozen solid. A chill terror races up my spine. My animal instinct screams in unison. She is right. I did not understand. There is no woman. This is a killing machine in human form. I can't breathe. Or rather, I realized that breathing would spell my death. My breath, a sideways glance, a finger twitch, anything. If I make the slightest movement, some unimaginable huge presence will crush me like a bug. This isn't my imagination. It's my instinct showing me my inescapable future. My limbs scream at me to run, because I don't want to die. My brain resists all its might, because I don't want to die. I'm dead if I don't run, dead if I do, dead if I stay still, dead if I move a muscle. But if I do nothing, this terror will tear my mind to shreds. If I do anything, this monster would tear my body to shreds. Oh, I see. She's going to kill me whatever I do. My psyche shattered with that realization. Contradictory flight impulses leave me paralyzed. All I feel is the cold horror in my mind, being peeled apart and pulverized piece by piece. My torment stretches on into eternity, and then suddenly, it's over. Oh, fuck. Damn, dude. She fucked him up. All she had to do is just stare at him. He's fucked up already. My knees buckle and I crumble to the ground. Finally, released from her suppressive gaze, I wrap my arms around myself. Thank goodness, I'm still alive.
どう？少しは自分の立場分かってくれたかしら？
If anything, I understand less than ever. If I look up at this monster in woman's clothing, it's all I can do to stop my teeth from chattering.
できるできないの話なんてしていないの。やるなら生かしてあげる。やらないのなら殺してあげる。
Damn, dude!
ほら、簡単でしょ？私は単にあなたに生きるか死ぬかを聞いているだけなんだから。
My voice catches in my throat. But instinctively, I'm already nodding at Essen. They really made all the power level of the characters pretty good.
これで契約は成立っと。
If they could fight against Arc. She extends a hand to help me to my feet.
私はアルクエイド。長い名前だからアルクエイドだけでいいわ。心素って区分けされる吸血鬼だけど、あなたはなんていう人？
That might be the strangest self-introduction I ever heard. I sigh. Either I accepted my insane new reality, or I just don't have anything left in me to argue.
当の式あいにくただの学生だよ。前もって言っておくけど本当に何の役にも立たないからな。
I take the woman, Arcueid. I'm calling her Arc. Hand and climb to my feet. How do you pronounce her name? That's right, this game doesn't have replay. Arcueid. I'm just gonna call her Arc. She peers at me intently for a moment, then offer a hand again for a shake.
それじゃあよろしくね、式。
Hey, where did the name Arc came from? Is that the name that the fans gave her? Because they can't say her fucking name. Everyone calls her Arc. Because I only remember her as Arc too. Arcuedo. Fuck, that's hard to say.
私を殺した責任、ちゃんと取ってもらうんだから。
All I know is Arc and Red Arc. What she said? Oh yeah. She grins wickedly, her left hand outstretched. Arcueid Brunestud. I must be the first and last person in the world to repaying someone for their own murder. Brunestud? Brunestud, not Stead.
どうかしてる。
But what else am I to do? Against my better judgment, I shake hands with this mysterious vampire, this woman in white. Man, I really hope Arc in the remake for Red Garden, I hope she has more of a role in Akia, Kisue, and Kohakuro. Because I feel like Arc should be like the red, Oh! I gotta mute, sorry guys. It's DMCA. But it's a good-ass opening if you never heard it. It's Riona. I have the CD. I love this song. Oh! Wait a minute! Am I on the Ciel Route or the Arc Route? That's Sasuke! What the fuck? Hey, did I fucked up? Wait a minute. Am I on the Ciel Route or the Arc Route? Wait a minute, this is the Arc opening. I think I'm on the Ciel Route. But they're showing me Arc opening. There goes Ciel. Goat music. I'm sorry you guys can't hear it. Hey, did I do the right choice? I think I did the right choice. Maybe you get the Ciel opening later. This is the Arc opening. Damn, my boy! Shiki! Whoa! I can't wait for the anime! Oh! That's gonna be cool too. There's another opening after. Yeah, there is. That opening signals you on the Ciel route. So I guess we're still on the Arc route. Oh, Type Earth! Vora. Damn, Type Earth is so hot. I don't remember. Did Type Earth even appear in the Arc route? I don't think she did. I don't know why they showed Type Earth. Did she? She appeared in flashbacks, but I don't know about her actually talking and stuff. I know she talks in Kogetsu Toya. She didn't even appear in the original Tsukihime, only in flashbacks. Oh, she's gonna get sucked. A voice echoes in the darkness. The air is damp. The rotten smell that lingers in the air is eye-watering rancid. It's too dark to see a thing. It's driving her into sensory overload. She can't remember what happened to her a few minutes ago. She can't remember where she is. She feels like she hears the voices of men in the distance. She feels like she came here on her own volition. If she thinks hard enough, she thinks she remembered taking an elevator. As the elevator descended, she was suddenly struck by a horrible realization that this wasn't just some goofy urban legend, but a dark and dangerous truth she shouldn't have stuck her nose into. Part of her recalls desperately mashing the emergency stop button. But that was then, and this is now. Humans cannot turn back the clock. Time arrow is asymmetrical. One may traverse the arrow from left to right, but never the reverse. In other words, by the time the girl realized her folly, she was already in hell. Is she getting eaten? Fearing the dark, the girl presses her hands on the wall. Rotting juice coats her fingers. It stinks of spoiled meat. It gives way to her touch. Through her tears, she realized it must be human viscera, but she cannot bring herself to pull away. Oh, that reminds me, in the original Tsukihime, one of Shiki classmates died, right? Like an actual NPC, whatever you want to call it, a side character. Not even a side character, you'd never seen her face before. And then they go into her family in Kogetsu Toya. But one of Shiki's classmates died in front of him. I don't think that happened with Vlov. Vlov kills, but not in front of Shiki. At least that's how I remember it so far. Her fingers must trace it to find her way forward. There is no other way to navigate this darkness. She can't escape the steady footsteps that have been following her for some time now. She has no choice but to follow the path. Her expression distraught as her fingernails scrape through the slimy guts. With every step, she swears she hears the metallic cries of something grinding and twisting across itself within the walls. Is that a zombie? Damn, dude, I really like the remake, dude. They really upped the psychological horror element. It's hard to believe screams like that could come from another human being. The wails are so desperate that they might rupture their throat and lungs. Yet these people have long shed any such concern and now simply howl into the abyss. But there is little that can be done about their bodies now. Limbless, They are suspended from the ceiling like a mass of bag worms. She ignores the pleas of those who are beyond saving and continues to run. She just needs a light, any light. If she had a light, she could escape. There's a goal you had to reach, but that's what the men who guided her down here had told her. They laughed when they said it. So there has to be an exit. She believes that it's the only way she can save herself. She knows it's a lie, but she needs to cling to hope if she's to maintain any semblance of sanity. She looks behind her. That's right, she knows she's not alone here. She came here together with her boyfriend. That idiot was the one who suggested it. It's because of him that she agreed it might be fun to try, but it's all his fault. She hoped he dies. She hoped he dies soon. She hoped he dies before she does. She hoped his death might lead to her escape. She hopes she'll be the only one saved. She's the special one after all. She didn't do anything wrong. There's no reason for her she should be suffering. This should be reserved for those who are stupider than her, those that are dirtier than her, or those who are luckier and more blessed. This has nothing to do with her. She always been good. She lived a normal life. She always been normal. This misfortune should fall upon someone else. Flav. The faint darkness fades. A blackness, dark and deep, takes hold. The girl, standing in the middle of it all, stares down at her burning body. The appendages she used to feel her way along the wall are burned all the way down to her elbows. When she frantically looks at her body, she realizes her clothes are burned away. Her skin are turned black and charred, cracking to reveal the sinew and organs hidden beneath. The fat of her flesh sizzles and burns with a flame red and hot enough to decapitate her gaze. Thank goodness, the woman thinks, laughing to herself. Finally, I finally found a light. She cackles, an anatomical model taken with madness. A torch of flesh providing light in the darkness. And then, a sharp stab puts her out of her misery. Her body burned as boiling blood spew from the wound. That's his teeth. As if saving the warmth of her body, it drinks her fresh blood. This hell returns to total darkness. Having finished his minuscule meal, it crosses through this masterless hellscape. Behind it are countless corpses. A river of flame, indiscriminately swallowing all who wander the wasteland, whether they be lost humans or a cemetery dead residents. Breath spills from his lip like smoke. It shambled towards the surface, leaving behind a trail of red in his wake like a twisted slug. It craves the prey that his footmen discovered mere moments ago. Dang, they give him a really cool voice actor. I really like Flav VA. He's cool. He sounds cool. I like that they show vampires eating in this game too. Like, I don't think there's a lot of anime that depicts vampires being monsters that eat human flesh. I think I can remember one. That's the Bakemonogatari series, right? And they show a couple where dang, what's her name? Accelerator Orion Hat Underblade. Oh, Shinobu. Yeah, that's her name. Yeah. They show a couple of scenes where Shinobu eats, especially in that movie. The Scar story. And then maybe another one too.
これなら一晩過ごしても文句ないかな。
I think Arc doesn't eat humans though, right? I think she's the exception. Arc looks like she's enjoying herself as she inspects the hotel room. I have no words for how the day has turned out.
それで俺は何をすればいいんだよ、具体的に。
We're gonna watch her
と
sleep.
りあえず移動するわ。私の部屋は守りには向かないから。そうね。見晴らしのいい高いところに行きましょうか。
Man, she's so rich, dude. She has a castle and unlimited money. And here we are. Arc hailed a taxi on the main streets, and we drove over to one of the neighboring city districts. Oh, they went to another city. Damn. Alright. From there, we didn't just book a room at one of the most prominent and expensive hotels around. No. Arc decided to book the entire top floor just for us. I feel like some A-list celebrity.
おー、高い高い。
Yes.
人間の建築技術ってほんとめきめき向上するわよね。こういうのなんて言うんだっけ。一発千金？日進月歩？まあどっちでもいっか。ほら見て見て式。さっきまでいた路地裏があんなにちっちゃくなってる。
Shinobu's the beast in the movie? Yeah, she was really cool. I really like her. She's one of my favorite vampires too in anime series. Arc happily peeks through the shut curtains at the panorama below. I can't say I'm as excited as she is. This place feels less like a hotel room and more like a standalone citadel that happened to be built on the hotel top floor. Damn, dude, I never book a room on the top of a hotel. I kind of want to one day. How much does that cost? Dude, a hotel costs a lot though. It's like a couple hundreds a night for a nice hotel. Like you can go a cheap hotel, like maybe 100, less than 100. And this day age 2025. But if like a regular normal room's like a couple hundreds, the top must be like 1,000s plus. But dude, that must be cool. One day. From the sun blocking curtains to the furniture to the material of the walls and doors, every last bit is grander than anything you normally encounter. And since we rented out the entire floor, we won't be seeing any other guests. Upon closer inspection, I noticed there's even a TV screen that's displaying an active feed of the first floor lobby. No matter where I look, I'm reminded that this room is reserved only for the most privileged of people. Damn, privilege? Snow Bunny.
今夜はここに隠れましょう。あ、宿泊費のことは気にしなくていいよ。
Okay.
私お金持ちだからおごってあげる。
Okay. Why is she so rich? Arc speaks cheerfully as she steps away from the window. As amazed as she seemed by the view a moment ago, it appears she had already grown tired of the bird's eye view of the city.
アルクエイド。お前、何考えてるんだ。
An exhausted sigh slips out of me.
何って別にいろいろ考えてるけど。
いや、そういうことじゃなくてだな。
I bet she smells
男と
nice.
ホテルの一室なんて。
I can't help it. I had to think that shit out loud. I mean, dude, she's rich. Right. Of course she smells nice. I paused before I finished my sentence. Only here to watch over the self-proclaimed vampire while she sleeps. I shouldn't say anything that might complicate it even further.
いや、いい。
Headphone
好
cable.
きにしてくれ。
What am I? What is this? Oh, that's the cable. What he said?
変な式。
What's so weird?
いきなり怒ったり黙ったりして予測がつかないね。
Damn, I like her. Oh god. I like her way more than I remember. In the remake, when I first played the remake, I liked her a lot, but I feel like I like her way more now. I don't know why. Yep, I don't know why, but she's kind of cute. Arc chuckled as said something hilarious about the situation. Meanwhile, I'm standing near the door, muscle tense as I am watchful eye of the room. Watching her relax, I realized we couldn't be more opposite from one another right now. Fatigue has spread through every inch of my body. I wish I could rest, but I also know that the second I take a seat on the sofa, I'll doze off. No matter how tired I get, I know better than to let my guard down.
四季、何か飲む？
Hell yeah.
ここ飲み物がたくさんあるみたい。
I don't even know what I get in a rich hotel. What would I drink? A carefree voice calls out to me from the minibar. I'll drink like... I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. I drink water now and tea. I don't really drink soda like that anymore. I'm not an alcoholic either. But I shouldn't even say that. I don't really drink alcohol. Needless to say, the bottles Arc holds up are filled with alcohol.
あのな、未成年のくせに酒を勧め。
Dude, she's 1,000 years old plus. I stop. Have no clue whether she's over the legal drinking age or not. And I don't particularly care to find out either.
後で自分で選ぶからいい。それより、
How old is Arc supposed to look? To me, she looked like she's in her 20s at least. Alright. She doesn't look young. No matter how exhausted I am, no matter how confusing the situation might be, there are some questions I have to ask her. Maybe she looked like his age, is probably what he thinks. Which is 17. But I don't know about that, Shiki. I don't know about that. She does not look 17, man. I need to know what she is. I need to know how much danger I'm in. I can't afford to sit on the couch if I don't at least attempt to understand all the weird things happening here.
それより、お前に聞きたいことがある。
Are you guys
のん
ready
び
to
り
learn
休むのは
about
その後だ。
vampires?
構わないけど、どうしたの？急にかしこまって。
I think I might need to stand up for this. You do realize I haven't let my guard down ever once around you, but that aside.
真面目な話だよ。結局のところ、
Alright,
お前の目的って何なんだ？
let me stand up. My butt's starting to hurt. What's this? There we go. Should put it on the other side. Looks okay, I guess. Gotta be careful not to let the wires get stomped on by the chair. Put it lower so the light doesn't kill you. Oh, why am I using the mouse? It's controller for this.
私？
I'm ready now.
私は吸血鬼を追ってるだけよ。吸血鬼殺しが私の役割だから。
ああ、確かにそんなことを言ってた。けど、お前は吸血鬼なんだろ？
何？仕切ったらまだ私のこと信じてないの？
嫌っていうほど信じてるから安心しろ。俺が言いたいのは、どうして吸血鬼であるお前が吸血鬼を殺すのかってことだ。それおかしいだろ、理屈的に。
あら、四季は同族同士で殺し合うのは嫌いなんだ。
同族じゃなくても願い下げだよ。あのさ、吸血鬼は人間の血を吸う鬼なんだろ？なら殺す対象は人間であって同じ吸血鬼じゃない。お前が殺すのは、その...
Humans, right? The ones whose blood you suck.
吸血行為と殺害行為は別物よ。ま、それでも四季の言いたいことはわかるわ。同じ種族同士、助け合うべきだって言うんでしょ。けど、吸血鬼は同じ親から派生したものであっても、それぞれ異なる進化を遂げた固有種のようなものだから、人間でいうところの仲間意識は希薄なのよ。
じゃあそのお前が探している吸血鬼はお前とは違うっていうのか？
ええ、私とは別種の吸血種。私が追いかけているのは人間の吸血鬼だから、あなたたちが抱くイメージとほぼ一緒よ。 人間の血を吸って吸い殺した人間を使い魔にして少しずつ勢力を増やしていくってやつ。朝の使者覚えてるでしょ？あれが吸血鬼に殺された人間の末路。人間として死んだのにまだ死にきれず生かされているリビングデッド。
死んだのに生かされている。
The corpse I saw in the alley. In stories, it's said those who get their blood sucked by a vampire get turned into one as well, attacking other humans in turn. That's how they propagate and spread. If this goes unchecked, then the whole town could be turned into a stronghold of the living dead.
ええ、この町に潜んでいるのはそういう吸血鬼。私は血を吸うことに執心はないし、彼らの仲間でもない。だから互いに殺し合うことに問題は発生しない。
Oh. She doesn't need to drink blood? But... What about Red Arc? Arc states the word matter-of-factly. I guess there really are all kinds of vampires out there.
今更でゾッとするんだけど、そいつをやっつけるから俺に盾になれなんてことを言ってやがったのか、お前。
ええ、初めはそのつもりだったわ。あなたなんて嫌がっても盾にしてやる。逃げても鎖で縛り付けて散々怖がらせて使い切ってやるって。けど、シキと話をしているうちに気が変わっちゃった。
She likes him. So she was planning to take me by force? Don't think I'll be forgetting about that.
気が変わったってなんでだよ。
私の勘違いだったから。私ね、シキ。あなたに殺されて復元するまでの間、あなたは教会の人間だと思っていたの。それなら敵の居場所を掴んでいる可能性もあるし、戦力としても期待できるなって。なのに仕切ったらまるっきり普通の人なんだもん。敵の棺の場所はおろか、吸血鬼のことをまるで知らないし。
Yeah, he's a normal guy.
そもそもあの連中がこんな無神論者の国に代行者を派遣するわけがないし、そもそも一人じゃ動かないものね。師匠と弟子のツーマンセルがあいつらの基本だったわ。
Arc mutters to herself as she paces around the room. She got so sidetracked. It feels like she's forgotten all about me.
とにかく私の標的はあなたから吸血鬼に戻ったってこと。それはそれでちょっと残念な気もするけど。
She managed to say such a terrifying thing in the cheeriest of voice. Shit, she definitely hasn't forgotten what I did to her. I certainly deserve to be despised for murdering her, but it's still bad for my heart to hear her talk so lightly about killing in turn. Maybe she really does intend to kill me the second I let my guard down.
真面目な話は終わり？じゃ、ベッドにドーン！
Oh, the bed's calling her.
は？
If I even get the chance to react, she's off. Arc bounces over to the bed and plops down into the soft mattress.
気持ちもいいし、日が沈むまで眠るね。あ、シキも今のうちに休んでおいた方がいいよ。吸血鬼は昼間活動できないから、本格的に見張りをしてもらうのは夜になるんだし。
Okay.
お前、今自分の存在を全面否定するようなことを言ったって分かってるか？
私はいいの。
She's the true ancestor.
そろそろ限界みたい。それじゃあおやすみなさい、シキ。日が沈んだら起こしてね。
Good night.
おい！
Or is it good afternoon? Whatever. Arc falls asleep so abruptly, it's as if someone turned off a car engine. This is a chance he can kill her again. I can hardly believe it, but she's actually asleep. I feel like an idiot for staying next to the door this whole time in case I needed to run. Is this okay? I mean, I'm one to talk, but is she really okay with this? I was practically taken here against my will, but now I could just as easily run away. And don't tell me she's forgotten, even if I don't feel the same impulse now.
俺は一度お前を殺しているんだぞ。
So how can she doze off like this with me around? Alright. Oh, she sleeps with her clothes on. I mean, I guess that's normal. Well, whatever. What about the pajamas? No pajamas. I watch her while she sleeps. Peering closely, I notice the slow rise and fall of her chest as she breathes. That means she sleeps with the boots on. Oh man. But other than that, she doesn't move a muscle. It's like I'm looking at a painting. The lids of her eyes are closed in peaceful rest. Her eyelashes are long. Her lips are luscious, even without the slightest touch of lipstick. The trace of curves of her plump chest with my eyes. I trace the curves, okay. Following the line until it meets the flat of her hip, like a hill meet the horizon. Her arms are long and slender. She looks innocent yet sensual, all at once, a contradiction of struggle that I struggle to make sense of. Let me sit down, I'm tired. Oh God. That standing only lasts for like a day. Like 10 minutes or something. My legs hurt. Let's see. Now I could do this though. Alright, sleeping Arc. Here she is, vulnerably slumbering away in a Hotel Royale suite. Trusting me, the person who killed her, to be in the same room with her, despite us having only just met.
バカだな、こいつ。
She's so ridiculously trusting and honest. I'm frankly a little worried about her. Either way, this is the time to choose. This may be my last chance to return back. That woman told me to be her shield, but... Dang man, I like her! Alright. This is the Ciel route, so we have to diverge from the Arc route. I still can't shake my desire to live in a normal world. I feel a sense of responsibility for killing Arc, of course. But that doesn't mean I have to accept every restriction she imposes on me. She's still sleeping peacefully, utterly at ease in the presence of the person who murdered her.
くそ。
I don't understand what she sees in me. There's no reason for me to be here. What do I have to offer? If I'm going to go back to my everyday life, now is the time. Does she know what school you go to? The hallway is as quiet as the grave. Arc has booked out the entire floor, so the two of us are the only ones here. Lingering doubts swirl in my mind. I shake them off and press the elevator button. Wait, dang, he's leaving? Alright. At least take something home. Like, grab a drink from the mini fridge or something. I take the train back into town. It's just past noon. I could head to school, although I wouldn't get there until 5th period if I'm lucky. Or I could go home, crawl into bed, and forget any of this ever happened. But I can't summon the will to go back to the mansion. I decided to go to the park and clear my mind a little. He's at the park. Dang, it looks like it's gonna rain. I heave an exhausted sigh. I sit down on a bench and stare aimlessly up at the sky. It's gray as far as the eye can see. The leading clouds reflect my own inner landscape. I wonder if she's still sleeping, never doubting that I'll be there when she wakes up. I murdered her, and yet she forgave me. She forgave me, so what am I doing here? Sitting on a park bench, staring up at nothing. I think back to last night. Last night in Ciel apartment, when I confessed my crime and swore to atone for it. Am I just going to abandon the oath now that things have gotten dangerous? But at the end of the day, I don't want to die. No matter how strongly I might feel in the moment, that's a barrier I can never overcome. Your power is yours, and yours alone. And that's why you mustn't forget. Master words from long ago spring unbidden to mind. What exactly did she tell me again? I still have time. The sun hasn't sunk below the horizon. If I can get back to the hotel before it sets, I can start over.
くそ
I can't rid myself of those doubts. In the end, I decide to. I may have my doubts, but I remember what Master said. I'm not asking you to be a saint, just do what you think is right. While part of myself is questioning my own sanity, I can't bring myself to betray Arc trust. She might not be human, but she still had faith in me. She forgave an unforgivable sin without a second thought. Next to that, my life is a small price to pay. I'd be ashamed not to offer it in return.
バカだな。本当に俺はバカだった。
I slap my cheeks to clear my head. Then I stand up from the bench. I'm not going back to school, nor to the Tono mansion. I set off at a run towards the hotel, not once looking back. Man, he went back to Arc, dude. He cares about her. I mean, I would too. The last of the sun is slipping beneath the horizon as I reach the hotel room. I slip inside, tiptoeing to avoid detection. As long as I made it before Arc wakes up, she'll be none the wiser. She's kind of cute. That's angry. No. Yeah, angry, but more pouty. She's pouty. Unfortunately, she's both awake and absolutely furious. Oh! I like that one too. Crap, I'm dead. Mademoiselle Vampire, hell, truly have no fury. I seen first-handed exactly what Arc can do to her enemies. I shudder to imagine what she'd do to someone who abandoned her. But I did come back. We'll be lucky if the hotel is still standing once she's done.
いや、これはだな。
I pivot into full excuse mode. It's probably far too late for that, but dying for lack of trying could be even worse than running away. I brace myself for the worst.
もうどこに行ってたのよ。
She's angry.
外に出るときはちゃんと声をかけてから言ってよね。
あれ
This isn't quite the apocalyptic reckoning I imagine.
日が落ちたから目を覚ましてみれば仕切ったらいないんだもの。トイレにはいないし、ロビーで食事をとっているのかなって様子を見に行っても姿がないし。
Oh god, I loved her.
一体どこに行ってたのよ、あなたは。
Oh, she's so pretty. I need to stop saying that. She's definitely mad. But it's not because she realized I betrayed her.
いや、ちょっとホテルの外に出てたというか。
本気？スカイマンに見つかった以上、式だって
Damn, I
安
want
全
a
じゃないの。
figurine.
むやみに外に出て行ってまたあの黒豹に襲われたらどうするつもりだったの？
I want a figurine of her. Finally, I get it. She's not angry about the fact that I wasn't here. The notion that I might have intentionally run away hasn't even crossed her mind. Rather, Arc has worked herself up into a rage purely out of concern that I might be in danger. A wave of shame hits me as I realize how close I came to breaking her heart.
ちょっとシキ、私の話聞いてる？
ああ、聞いてる。そうだな。
Damn,
俺が
dude.
悪かった。勝手に出て行って。ごめん。
I don't know if I want to go to the Ciel Route, man. Dude, I really like Arc. Oh.
そんなに真剣に謝ってもらうことじゃないけど。とにかくシキは無防備すぎるわ。相手は吸血鬼なんだからもっと気を引き締めるべきよ。
Damn, Takuichi-sama. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Damn, Takuichi-sama. He could draw.
それとも何？もしかして破滅願望でもあるの？ 自
Definitely.
分から殺されに行くとか、私を怒らせるとか。
Oh. Damn, she's
そうい
pretty
うことな
odd.
ら規定状態と霊気状態をコンマで繰り返す
Like all of her.
人間の言葉じゃ表現できないぐらいの極限空間に叩き込んであげましょうか。
What? The voice is completely devoid of malice. If anything, that's the scariest part.
なわけあるか。あとな、それただの地獄だから。人間の言語表現なめるなバカ。だいたい無防備なのはそっちだって同じだろ。俺は一度はお前を殺してるんだぞ。そんな俺を見張り番にして眠るなんてどうかしてる。今回だってそうしなかったとは限らないじゃないか。
Arc falls silent. Apparently only just realized she's rooming with her murderer.
そういえばそうよね。なんでだろう。なんとなくね、路地裏で式と話しているうちに信用しきってたみたい。
Well, it's not like she has any bad intentions.
そうか。そこまで信用されてるならそれなりに努力はする。あとはずっと見張っていればいいのか。
ええ、とりあえず朝日が昇るまでね。私は部屋から出ないから、式は誰かがこのフロアにやってくるようだったら用心して。
Easier said than done. If something like that panther shows up again, I'm not sure I'll be able to do about it. What I'll be able to do about it. I'm way out of my league here. I can't exactly do my job as a bodyguard without knowing what I'm up against first. It might be best if I continue where we left off last time. Panthers and burning zombie aside, I still know pretty much nothing about Arc or who she's hunting.
確認するぞ、アルクエイド。路地裏で襲ってきた奴らはお前の敵が差し向けたやつなのか。
差し向けたというより巡回ね。一定のルートで街を監視するのがあいつらの役割だったんでしょう。その巡回ルートで私と四季が話し込んでいたから、結果的に私がいるってバレちゃったみたい。
バレちゃったってお前の敵に？
そう、体調が万全なら手間が省けてよかったんだけど、今の私じゃ逆に倒されかねない。だから四季と一緒にここまで逃げたの。体力が戻る前に襲われたら打つ手はないから。
Arc enemy is a serial killer that's been terrorizing the town. Another vampire. From the sound of it, the vampire is after Arc as well. No, they don't seem to be on the level playing field right now. Arc is still extremely weak.
そして敵とやらには手足になる部下がいて、お前には誰もいないと。
Arc pouts and pulls her shoulder up in a huff. She isn't refuting it. That must mean she really is alone. Well, I guess that makes it easier for me.
お前、さっき吸血鬼はそれぞれ個体差があるって言ってたけど、これはそういう話なんだろ。じゃあ仲間がたくさんいる吸血鬼ってのはどんなやつなんだ？
それはどうすれば簡単に説明できるかな。
Arc eyes wander over the ceiling as she thinks. It doesn't feel like she's that used to conversation.
いいよ、難しいままで。話せることなら何でもいいから話してくれ。俺も訳がわからないけど、なんとか話の筋を見極めるから。
そう？ありがとう、シキ。
はいはい。お礼はいいから続けてくれ。
Arc nods earnestly.
仲間がたくさんいると言っても何パターンかあるんだけど、この町に潜んでいる人は古いタイプの吸血鬼よ。教会風に言うなら上司の吸血鬼ね。この上司は段階に分けて村や町を侵していくわ。まずは初手、進行1。能力的に優れた人間を見繕ってその血を吸ってしもべにする。吸血鬼に血を吸われた人間は死んで上司の操り人形になるけど、人間だった頃のパーソナリティも残している。要は人格の残った死体ね。使徒の改定で言うと3段階目の上級の使い魔ってところ。
Right off the bat, there's a bunch of stuff I don't understand. but at least my mind feeling a lot clearer after that nap. I was going to skip past all the terminology I didn't understand and go straight to the few words I did.
人格の残った死体。要は人間のまま吸血鬼になるってこと。
3回転じゃ吸血鬼とは言えないかな。人間以上の体になったけど、まだ子を作ることはできない働きありの司令塔ぐらいと思って。
じゃあ路地裏で出てきたやつら。
They're ghouls. Yeah.
あれはもう一個下、2回艇目の式。人間への擬態もできない、命じられたことをこなすだけの労働力よ。
Getting a little carried away for her explanation, Arc has gone and outlined different type of vampires on the board. She's surprisingly multi-talented.
都市の人間をある程度の数しもべにした上司は棺を用意して眠りにつく。
Why do they call it Castellian in the sub? Why can't they just say dead apostles? The hell? Let's see. Fully autonomous, can create children. Intelligent. So elite soldier. Nightmare Nightkin. That's something I don't know yet still. But I know Volv and Nero are dead apostles.
日中は活動できないし、何より上司の吸血鬼は活動するだけで目立つから。食料の備蓄、勢力拡大はしもべたちに任せるの。かくして3回艇より上のしもべたちは人間に期待して少しずつ他の人間たちを捕食していく。人間の血肉はしもべたちの活動源にもなるけど、その大半は上司に送られる。上司は棺で眠ったまま力を蓄え、最後にはコミュニティごと自分の血肉に変えてしまう。これがこの町に潜んでいるものの特性よ。今はまだしもべの数が少ないから大した能力はないんだけど、犠牲者が増えれば増えた分だけ上司の力は増していく。その前に棺を見つけて倒してしまえばいいんだけど、私はまだ敵の寝床さえ見つけられていない。今回はよっぽど巧妙に隠れてるのか、気配さえ感じない。寝床を見つけちゃえば片付けるのは簡単なんだけどね。今回は手がかりがない状態だから仕方なく昼間から街を歩いて調べていたの。そうしていたら通りすがりの殺人鬼に襲われちゃって、まあ大変。
Why did you have to say it like that? Art clapped her hands together and punctuates her sentence with a bright smile. Oh! Damn, dude, that's Shiki! He doesn't have that hairstyle anymore. Did he always have that hairstyle? I don't remember. Uh-huh. That's me she's talking about. I swallow uncomfortably.
なるほど。とりあえず話は見えてきた。この町には人間を食い物にする化け物が救っていて、アルクエイドはそれを退治しに来た。けどそいつの居場所を探している時に俺にやられちまって、今は弱っているから回復するまで隠れてる。そういうことか。
Yes.
うん、簡単にまとめるとそういうことかな。
じゃあ次、その敵とやらは何だってそんな回りくどいことをするんだ。しもべなんか作らずに全部一人でやればいいじゃないか。
単純に弱いからよ。どれほどの懲罰能力、どれほどのライフスケールを持った吸血鬼でも一人では生きられない。弱点が多い彼らは決して表舞台に長いはしない。だから脆弱だけど弱点の少ない人間を使い魔にして安全圏から血を集める。言ってしまうとリスク回避ね。
弱点が多いね。その具体的には？
日の光、魔力枯渇が主だけど、最大の弱点はそうね、敵が多いということかしら。
敵が多い？それはお前みたいな。
Everyone.
私は例外というか特例よ。吸血鬼はね、人間に嫌われているの。人間の最大の武器は数と共有でしょ。
Dude, whoever drew this background, holy shit, 10 out of 10. This looks amazing as hell. This looks really, really amazing. It looks really detailed too, if you look closer. Wow. That looks really good. I don't know who's responsible for drawing foreground and background, but whoever did this, you'll get them a raise.
いるのよ。世界には吸血鬼が事件を起こせば駆けつけてくる吸血鬼を殺すことだけを目的とした人間が。特に陰湿で執念深いのが教会。西欧を中心にした宗教の異端狩り。主の意志を人の手で代行するなんてお題目から代行者と呼ばれているわ。もう何百年も使徒を殺す技術を磨いてきた人間たちでね。こいつらは下手な吸血鬼より厄介よ。だから吸血鬼は一旦隠れるの。いちいち相手をしていたら血も集まらないし、何より封印される危険性があるから。
Hunters sensed by the church. Sounds like the Inquisition and witch hunts of the Middle Ages. They must be incredible specialists to make even vampires hide and cower in fear. But something still has me scratching my head.
一旦隠れる。つまり血をたくさん集めてしまえば隠れる必要はない。
そうよ。力さえつけてしまえば隠れる必要はない。教会の代行者たちがやってこようと後の祭り。吸血鬼はその町で貯めた資産で暴虐の限りを尽くす。そうして町を完全に食い物にした後、また新しい狩り場を求めて移動する。あなたたち人間が吸血鬼を排除したかったら、それは事件が起きる前に気づくしかない。吸血鬼事件なんてものが起きた時点で、その町は根元から腐っている。四季には悪いけど、もう何人ものしもべが徘徊しているこの町は、あなたたち人間の手では回復できない状態よ。
Ark explained, it's a little hard for me to swallow. I mean, I understand what she's trying to say, but understanding and accepting are two very different things. She can't tell me like my town, excuse me. She can't just tell me that my town's beyond saving, and expect me to nod along like, okay, sure. That the problem feels much more fundamental here.
やっぱり俺には信じられない。
What?
何よ、私が四季を騙してるって言いたいの？
いや、そうじゃないよ。アルクエイドの話は全部本当だってわかる。
Sure, I don't think Ark ever lies.
嘘とかつけないだろ。
当たり前じゃない。その必要性がないんだもの。
だからさ、俺はお前が信じられないじゃなくて、吸血鬼ってものがわからないんだよ。気軽に吸血鬼と言うけど、まだピンとこない。確かにお前は人間じゃない。それだけはわかる。でもだからって吸血鬼とか言われても実感が湧かないんだ。
そういえばそうね。四季の知ってる吸血鬼像と私という吸血鬼像は大きく違うし。
ああ、そういうことだ。俺は吸血鬼なんてものが本当にいるってことより、吸血鬼がこんなやつだなんて想像もしなかった。古いタイプとか言われてもお手上げだ。お前とそいつらの違いもわからない。
I finally managed to figure out what's been bothering me. I can't continue this conversation without understanding what differentiates her from other vampires. It would be wrong of me to trust her without good reason. If anything, it's entirely possible that she possesses an even bigger threat than this dead apostle. I'm calling it dead apostle. I don't fucking know what Castellan is. What the hell is this?
そっか。
I'm calling it dead
人間から
apostle.
見ればそうよね。どっちも未知ならどっちも同じくらい危険に見えるってことか。いいわ。それじゃあ今回はさらに特別授業。吸血鬼基礎編について教えてあげましょう。
Who said this? Oshiete. Ciel Sensei. Great. Who said that first? Where did I learn that phrase from? What's that from Stay Night? Taiga Sensei? Oh, what's that from Tsukihime Ciel Sensei? Oshiete. Oshiete. Arc Sensei. Arc probably holds up her finger.
いいけどさ、なんだよその基礎編って。
式は素人だから 吸血鬼なら子猫でも知っているようなことから始めないといけないでしょ。だから基礎編大丈夫、先輩としてバシッと教えてあげるから。
Senpai, teacher, since when? I got to admit, it feels a little condescending for her to explain this to me like I'm some kind of kid.
オーケー。とりあえず手短に頼むよ。
Alright, here comes some huge forward thumb.
できる限り努力するわ。
I'm not sure if I feel all that ready to leave it to her. Like I observed before, Arc really doesn't seem that used to conversing with others. I guess my self-proclaimed vampire doesn't get too many chances to talk to humans. Glancing at the clock, I noticed it's a little before midnight. Kinda shocked so much time has passed already, but luckily for us, we still got plenty of time to kill. Mm-mm.
まずは種類分けね。
Oh.
一般に吸血鬼とは言うけど、大きく2つのものに分けられるわ。元から吸血鬼だったものと後から吸血鬼になったもの。前者を神祖と言って後者を使徒と呼ぶの。あなたたちが吸血鬼と呼んでいるのは使徒の方。さっきの海底の話も使徒の生態系ね。人間の血を吸いしもべにして太陽の光に弱く洗礼儀式の前に敗退する。私たちの敵も使徒と区別される吸血鬼よ。
Can't help but notice that at some point her enemy has become our enemy. But I guess that's how it is for now. So I decided to let it pass. Super strong, yeah!
その使徒ってのは初めから吸血鬼じゃないって言ったけど、それはどういうことだ？
使徒は人間とか動物とか、とにかくもともとは吸血種ではなかった者たちよ。
Really?
魔術
Animals
の
can
果てに
become
不
dead
老になった
apostles? I
者
didn't know
か
that.
血を吸われてしもべになった者とがいる。まあどっちの場合も結果は同じだけど。
And those who had their blood sucked when they returned. Those who become immortal as a result of Mage Crash. She's probably talking about Roa. But I think she's the reason Roa is Roa, though. But that's nice to know that's a possibility, too. Doesn't matter how you got there.
吸血鬼になった者は不完全ながらも不老不死の肉体を手に入れて人間のカテゴリーから外されるの。
Scary. What's the difference between people's and human blood? What the heck? So we got true ancestor, which are natural born vampires, as well as dead apostles, which are humans who turn into vampires. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something about the story seems fundamentally off to me.
ねえシキ、あなたは吸血鬼の特徴をどのくらい知ってるの？
Immortality.
ありきたりのイメージしか持ってないよ。処女の血を吸ったり、睨むだけで金縛りにしたり、霧になったり、狼に変わったりするあたりが一般的に聞く吸血鬼のイメージだけど。
They can turn to mist and wolves. I think one of the dead apostles, or was it the true ancestors? I think it's the dead apostle. They have the ability to turn to a mist. And the one that can turn to a wolf is probably like Nero. Well, not just Nero anymore. Anyone could do it, I guess, now.
うん、大体は合ってるかな。
Dead apostle?
処女の血を吸うというのはまだ他の人間と体液の交換をしていない血液が彼らの遺伝子を補うのに適しているから、通常の血液より栄養がある程度の違いね。
Doesn't that mean Shiki doesn't count anymore? I don't even know if it's canon or not in the remake of Shiki losing his virginity before the story starts. Now it will make more sense him losing his virginity before the story started because of this lore.
使徒、後天的に吸血鬼になった者は不完全な不老不死なの。確かに不老で死ににくい動的な細胞を持つ生命体に変貌したけど、それは燃え盛る火のようなもので エネルギーを常に補充しないと消えてしまう。
So they gotta
ど
eat.
んな生物だって栄養を取らないと活動できないでしょ。それと同じよ。ただ吸血種は食事、栄養さえ取り続けていれば寿命がないということだけ。人たちのような吸血鬼になった吸血鬼はね、自分が生きていくのに必要だから血を吸うの。もともとは人間だったから不老不死の肉体というのは無理があるのよ。彼らの肉体を構成する遺伝子は長生きすればするほど、力をつければつけるほど原子の増大に耐えられなくなる。力を増やし続けないと崩壊してしまうくせに、力をつけすぎると自己の形、秩序を保てない。それを補うためにはどうするか。簡単よ。他から自分のような異常な秩序ではない正常な秩序を取り込んで、失われていく秩序を補完していけばいい。人間が食事に有機化合物を好むのと一緒。吸血鬼は血液からその正常な遺伝情報やカロリーを採集する。魂の熱量と言い換えてもいいわ。
Drawing calories in the souls. What the heck?
要は人間の血を吸ってその遺伝情報を取り込むことで自身の肉体を固定してるってこと。使徒にとって吸血は食事や力のプールであるのと同時に存在のために必要不可欠な行為なの。
Okay. The explanation makes my head spin, with both its complexity and length. I'm not following this at all, but art carries right along.
で次は睨むだけで金縛りにするってやつ
Yeah,
ね。
it's got the mystic eyes.
これは魔眼の一種よ。
Yeah.
眼球は便利で強力な魔術回路だから魔眼を持つ吸血種は多いわ。指向性の魔力放出機能が分かりやすいかな。目からそうね、ビームっていうの、ああいうのを出すイメージ。
出るのかビーム。
Magical beams. Arc says something so outrageous, I can't help but jump up from my seat.
出ないと思う。いくらなんでもそんな意味不明な吸血鬼はいないと思う。あくまでイメージの話ね。
I'm relieved, and also a little disappointed. What the fuck?
っていうか魔眼ってなんだよ。
Bro, you got one
特
too.
別な目のこと。魔術回路を使用してシングルアクションの魔術を放出する異能。まあ技術みたいなものね。ほら人間には剣術とかあるでしょ。あれと同じ。
Binding, compulsion, jeez. Flame, illusion. Wait, you could do flame from your eyes. Illusion, misfortune.
いろいろな種類があるけど、使徒であれば誰でも使える基本みたいなものよ。
That
もっとも
remind me.
鍛えたところで威力は術者の個体差、
I
才能に左右
play,
されるけどね。
I play Melty Blood type Lumina, or I used to play it. Oh god! I didn't mean to do that. Fuck.
私たち吸血鬼が持つのは魅惑の魔眼。これが基本にして最も強力というか、
But
吸血鬼というあり方において魅惑以外の魔眼はあんまり意味がないというか。
let me go back.
っていうか
特別な目のこと。
This part.
魔術回路を使用してシングル、ほら人間には剣術とかあるでしょ。あれと同じ。
There's a mystic eyes of illusion. So I do know the spoiler. Noelle becomes a vampire. And type Lumina, her last arc, is like fucking Itachi. Itachi from Naruto, Mangekyo Sharingan. He does like the Mangekyo Sharingan and puts you in the eternal nightmare. That's what Itachi does. That's what Noelle Sensei has when she turns to a vampire. Her mystic eyes is mystic eyes of illusion. She puts you in a fucking nightmare and kills you. That's her last arc, her ultimate move. But I wonder with the others, binding, that's obviously every vampire has that. Roa and Arc. It depends on the level of the vampires too. I think even Nero has it too, involved to a point. Compulsion, I don't know what compulsion is. Flame is probably Vlov. because he's like fire and ice. Illusion belongs to Noel. Misfortune? What the fuck is misfortune though? Mystic eyes of misfortune? So when they look at you, you get bad luck? What the fuck? That's kind of crazy. I don't know how that works. But all of this, I feel like is foreshadow. Now, I honestly wouldn't put it in there if they don't exist. I don't know what geese mean. I guess I could look it up. What does geese mean? Geese mean a curse? What the fuck? What does that mean? A curse. Hold on. Geese. A taboo. What does that mean? Geese is a severe or solemn vow of obligation, often undertaken by a character in fiction, particularly in fantasy or historical settings, also known as taboo or curse, implying a moral or spiritual burden that the character is compelled to fulfill or atone for. Excuse me. Here's an example of geese. The legendary sword Excalibur was said to be held by King Arthur, who vowed to use it only to fight for justice, thus bounding himself with a geese to defend the land. So it's like being a slave, right? It's like a strong sense of duty, but a curse. I see. That's what geese mean. To do their bidding. I think someone had that too in their OG Tsukihime. That might be Arc again. Arc might have all of them. But... and there's a different type. Rainbow, jewel, golden, ruby, sapphire. Golden is binding. I don't know what the fuck... oh, rainbow might be like Noelle. She got the shining gun. I don't know what jewel is. No, jewel might be Noelle. I don't remember. It's been so long since I played type Lumina. Geese. Oh, like Lelouch. That makes more sense. Geas. Oh, fuck! They got the geas. I know Arc. She has that actually. Didn't she use that in the OG story, Tsukihime? Oh, that makes sense. Geas. Just missing another S. Okay.
いろいろな種類があるけど
We can skip this.
使徒であれば誰でも使える技法みたい。私たち吸血鬼が持つのは魅惑の魔眼。
Enchantment.
これが基本にして最も強力というか、吸血鬼というあり方において魅惑以外の魔眼はあんまり意味がないというか。
Damn, the geas.
魅惑の魔眼は見た相手を魅惑するんじゃなくて、吸血鬼の目を見てしまった
Oh,
相手を
she's
魅惑す
explaining
る
it too right now, right? Geas. Was there my mystic eyes of enchantment? Honestly, any other variety. Not easy. Charm whoever to look at.
強力な吸血鬼は魔眼で相手の脳に意志を叩きつけて、その思考を完全に掌握す
Yeah,
るん
like
だ
a
けど、
geas.
まあそこまでの魔眼を保持する人は稀かな。
Okay. It sounds like hypnosis or brainwashing. You could go up to someone and tell them to forget everything they saw. Damn, that'd be cool. Having that power. With a power like that, you could cover up any murder, even if you were witness at the scene.
理屈はさておいて、要は目を見たらまずいってこと。
Like Medusa.
よくできました。だから吸血鬼と向かい合った時は顔じゃなくて全体を俯瞰するのが基本よ。相手と目線を合わせるなんて自殺行為だからね。
That's why he got killed almost. Keep making my leg. Eye contact with Arc.
次は霧になるだっけ。
I know one of the dead apostles has this ability.
これも2種
But
類
they
に
never
分
had
類されるか
screen
な。
I don't think they ever show up in the story. The one that could turn to a mist.
高等なのは本当に粒子化するもの。自己を拡散させて現象になるという
A
離れ
few dead
技。
apostles, yeah.
これが広範囲かつ
I think they
長
died
時
off
間できる
screen.
人は数えるほどしかいないは
Those
ず。
dead apostles got to turn to a mist.
で、
Oh, they could do
加工なの
Kagebushi
は
no
目くらまし
Jutsu.
ね。影武者の方が分かりやすいかな。用心深い吸血鬼は分身を作ってそれに意識を乗せて活動する。 用が済んだら分身を操る魔力をカットす
Okay,
るん
that's
だけ
cool.
ど
I didn't know that
そ
about
れが
this
塵
one.
になって無酸
This is
することから
new.
霧になって消えたように見えるだけ。
I didn't know they had that power now. So she actually knows about Kagemusha. She might be a vampire from some foreign country, but she's surprisingly knowledgeable about Japanese culture. That's because she's a weeb. Oh, Nero! Yo! Beast form.
他の動物に変わるっていうのは破損した肉体を使いまで補っている副産物ね。
666. Yeah.
長い年月を生きた吸血鬼ほど崩壊する肉体の保管は通常の命では間に合わない。だから力のある獣を取り込んでそれを体として使っている。必要な時はその獣を元に戻して刺激するから狼になった狼を出したように見える。
This could make it look like vampires. Usually max 3. This motherfucker is
人たちは
666.
命のリペアとして古い獣を1匹ぐらいは体に取り込んでい
One
る。
beast.
けどそれが限界。あんまり多く取り込むと今度は吸血鬼の自我が獣と混濁してしまう。使徒の中でも複数の獣を使い魔にしているやつは一人だけ。
Only one
そい
dead
つももう
apostle.
消えたけど。
Oh no! Only one dead apostle can use 666. He's dead. Fuck! What? What? When did he die? This is bullshit.
こんなところかな。
Damn, he's dead. He's long gone. How are they gonna bring Nero back to the story? They have to bring him back. He's too cool. What the fuck?
式が一体名詞をもとにざっと概要だけを説明したけど吸血鬼がどんなものか分かってもらえた？乱暴なまとめだけどとにかく人の形をし
I mean,
た
Vlav is
人と
cool
同じ
too,
知性
but
構造をした吸血種を吸血鬼と呼ぶの。
he doesn't have to seem nostalgic feeling as Novinsky.
その中身がどれだけ異物でも基本形態が人なら吸血鬼として問題
He's
ない
in
わ。
hell. He could probably come back. I don't know. I feel like I understand less than ever. After hearing just how monstrous vampires can be, it's even harder to believe that the woman standing in front of me could be one.
じゃあ次は私の番ね。
Did she really say long gone? My Japanese not good. Oh, you can't. You have to jump back scenes. Fuck. I should have listened. I was reading the text. Did she really say long gone in Japanese? What if she says that long gone? That mean he died way before the story started.
実を言うと私も大事なことを聞き忘れてた。
なんだよ。俺に聞くようなことは何もないだろう。俺は吸血鬼でも何でもない。ただの学生なんだから。
学生。
ふん。それじゃあ聞くけどシキ、あなたどうやって私を殺したの？
は？
Uh-oh.
だからどんな手段を使ったのかって聞いてるの。
Shiki is classified as a psychic. He is not a mage. He's not a warrior. He's not a vampire. He's nothing of the supernatural. Oh, I guess I can't say he's nothing of the supernatural, but if you gotta classify him, he doesn't belong in a church either. They will classify Shiki as a psychic. But the thing is, he wasn't born with these abilities. He was gifted to them. Not gifted. He earned it because he died and brought back to life. Thanks to Akia.
ルーンやカバラあたりの秘術には抗体ができているから効かないし、抗体耐性ができてないもの。私がまだ経験したことのない魔術となると、この国の古神道と南米の秘宝ぐらいのものよ。
Shintoism.
いえ、それだってあそこまで私を殺しておくことはできない。答えてシキ。あなたはどんな年代物の神秘で私を再起不能にしてくれたの？
いや、年代物の神秘って何のことだ？
I can tell Ark is dead serious. But I legitimately have no idea what she's talking about.
だから概念武装のことよ。歴史と想念を蓄えた触媒。この国にも神器ってあるんでしょ。大抵は宝条や剣、宝石や仮面を使用する魔術霊装のことだけど。
Mystic Code.
ねえシキ、あなた本当にそっちの方面の人じゃないの？
そっち方面も何も、俺はただの学生だって言ったじゃないか。知ってることなんて何もないよ。
嘘よ。魔術師でもない人間が私を傷つけることなんてできないわ。シキ、私に隠していることあるでしょ。
Arc glares at me like an angry cat. But no matter how she looks at me, it's not like I have anything to hide. Wait, I do.
すまん。実を言うと一つあったっぽい。けど関係あるのかなこれ。
Arc keeps glaring at me. The only way to resolve this is by confessing the truth.
なんて言ったらいいのかな。俺さ、物の切れる線が見えるんだよ。
切れる線？
Exactly what I expected. There's no way she believed that. No one ever does. That's just the way it's always been.
それどういう意味？
Arc responds with total seriousness.
だから物の切れる線が見えるんだよ。俺、生き物とか地面とか、とりあえず触れられるものなら全部亀裂みたいでさ、それに刃物を通すとあっさり切断できるんだけど、これ意味あるか？鉄をナイフ程度で切れるのは便利だけど、別に好きなところが切れるわけじゃないんだ。線が見えてるところしか切れないから日曜大工にも使えない。お前を切った時だって、そのナイフなら女の肌ぐらい切れるだろ。
A chill runs down my spine. Her gaze is intense enough to bring my breathing to a halt.
そう。直視の魔眼なんて童話の中だけの話と思ってたけど、いるところにはいるものね。
Oh yeah! Mystic eyes of depth perception.
あなたみたいな突然変異の化け物が。
なんだよそれ。俺は吸血鬼に化け物なんて言われる筋合いはないぞ。
化け物は化け物でしょ。物の死を見る魔眼なんて私たちでさえ保有している者はいないんだから。
物の死を見る。
それ以外の何だっていうの？シキ、あなたの目は生物としてつながってはいけない場所と回線が開いているんでしょうね。
No.
その目は生まれついてのものなの？
いや、こうなったのは昔からだけど、生まれついてのものじゃない。
それじゃあ以前一度ぐらい死んでみたことがあるでしょ。
He died
前じ
once.
ゃあるまいし、そう簡単に死ねるか。でもまあそうだよ。以前事故
Nah,
で
he
死んだ
died.
線が見えるようになったのはその後からだ。
And then Arcueid brought him back to life.
潜在的な素質もあったんだろうけど、きっかけはそれでしょうね。直視の魔眼か。確かにそれなら間違いなく私を殺せるわ。
Arc huffs a little and turned her gaze away from me. Even though she turns from me with clear distaste, I'm somewhat grateful she's no longer staring at me with those eyes of hers.
アルクエイド、お前この線がなんだか知ってるのか？
実際に知覚できるあなたほどじゃないけど、知識としてなら説明できるわ。あなたが見ているものはね、万物の結果、物の死にやすい箇所なのよ。もっと分かりやすく言うのなら、あらゆる存在の死期、死そのものよ。
That's pretty close to what Master told me before she gave me my glasses. The end of all things. The inevitable future of creation. All this time, I didn't see it. I did everything I could not to.
何言ってんだ。俺が見てる線なんてただそこが切れるだけのものじゃないか。
だからその線が死なの。いい意識、 ありとあらゆるものには終わりがある。それがいつになるかは個別差があるけど、とにかく果てというものはある。死は到来するものではなく、誕生した瞬間に内包していて、いつか発現するものよ。それが原因と結果。因果律って言葉聞いたことあるでしょ。ここにある以上、それは必ず消えなくてはいけない。原子の流動、エネルギーの約束事ね。たった一つの例外、ほんの小さな間違いも秩序は許容しない。だってそんなものがあったら、この宇宙の前提が崩れてしまうんだもの。それこそ泡のように消えてしまうわ。
No way. I mean, she's bringing the universe into this. How is that relevant?
見当違いじゃない。あなたの目はそれぐらい最悪な目ってこと。
She could read his mind.
いい？消滅は万物にあらかじめ設計された決まりなの。どんなに長い寿命、どんなに強大な生命にだってこれはある。たとえ宇宙の寿命より長い寿命を持つ生命があるとしても、それは無限に生き続けるわけじゃない。
Beings live longer than the universe itself? Who the fuck is that?
この定められた消滅が物の式で、それは初めからあるわけだから、式という概念を理解できる機能、それと回線が合っている脳髄と眼球があるのなら、目で見ることは不可能じゃない。
Your brain and eyes could tune to it.
それがあなたの見ている線の正体よ。あえてあなたたち風に理論づけるのなら、原子結合の宿命的欠陥部分というところかしらね。それともその個体の死因を発現させる遺伝子に用意されたテロメア的なスイッチかな。とにかくあなたが見ているのは物の死にやすい線、死という結論そのものよ。よくそんな状態で今まで生きてこれたものだわ。よっぽどあなたは心が穏やかなんでしょうね、シキ。
Arc speaks in a detached, matter-of-fact voice. She doesn't know anything about me, so I wish she wouldn't joke around. I understand what she's saying, but that doesn't mean I have to agree with any of it.
そんなものあるはずがないし、まして見えるわけがない。
What?
あなたには見えてるじゃない。
Why are you denying her?
普通生物は首を切ったら殺されるわ。これは切断したから停止したということよね。逆に言えば首を切断できない生物は殺されないということになる。あ、これは私のことだから例外にしておいて。あなたはその決まり事を無視できるのよ。あらゆる外的要因を無効化する者が相手でもまず殺す。殺された相手はその後で死んだ状態になるんでしょうね。切断したから殺害できたじゃない。あなたの場合は物を殺害したからその結果として対象が切断される。ほら、これが化け物でなくて何だというの。
Damn. You know, honestly, he doesn't need the knife to cut it, right? The reason why the knife works so well, they show in the prologue, he can use his fingers to trace along the lines and it can cut. But it won't cut as clean. The reason why a knife works better than his fingers to cut the lines is because the knife is very thin. The thinner the object, the better and cleaner he can cut it.
物が切れるだけの線って言うけど、その両目は今まで生まれてきたどんな異能より得意なものよ。あなたはね、シキ。あらゆるものを殺してしまう死神みたいな目を持っているんだから。
I like the mystic eyes of depth perception more than unlimited blade works, if I want to be honest. Yeah, Shido can summon anything. Well, not anything. He can't summon EA and Excalibur. That's his limit, right? But he can summon like almost any blade he wants. He's the ultimate blacksmith. But, come on, man. The eyes of depth perception. You just gotta... He needs one cut. You're dead. Only two Shikis have that. Shiki from Guardian Center and Shiki from Tsukihime. That's exactly why I've been in denial. Why I spent so long trying to ignore the existence of the lines. The truth is, I've known for a long time. Exactly like she says. My eyes, my life, they're nothing more than a blemish on this earth. A mistake. Ever since that day, I've borne witness to a dying world. I've been forced to know that everything I see could crumble in a mere moment. All this time, omens to death have been with me every step of the way.
じゃあ何か俺はお前だって殺せることになるぞ。何でも殺す物騒なやつなんだからな。
そう？じゃあ試しにやってみよっか。
Damn, I like that Shiki sounded super serious. And then Art kind of noticed it, so she's lighting up the mood. Art turns the light in the room off and moves to the window. You don't think Shiki can fight full power with humans? Full power with humans. You meant this Shiki? Well, if he never lost his memories and he never got his clan defeated, right? By the Tono clan. If he was trained as a real Nania, well, if he was trained as a real Nania, he would never got the eyes of depth perception. Because Akia would never revive his ass, right? He had to be a Tono to be revived, but damn, I guess there's no if. Fuck. I don't know what else to say to that. I guess we'll know more in Red Garden to this full extent. She slides the curtains open. Outdoor light spills through the glass, allowing me to see again. The woman in white is framed by the pale moonlight. She got no
ほら、
lines.
いいから本気になってみて。
Not on a full moon.
もしかしてそのメガネで見えないようにしてるの？
いいんだな。
It's a peculiar thing, really. I've never taken my glasses off in front of someone before, but I still raised my hand to remove them. All of Arc accusation must have put me on edge. Urged by my own frustration, I take my glasses off. Dude, she's fucking immortal. That's cool as hell. I can see the lines. Lines start to squirm and stretch across the room. My world is filled with death. Except for, I'm witnessing a miracle. I can hardly believe it. Yo, Tsukihime! Moon Princess! The moon shine, a pearl white. Oh! The lines that had been so faint during the daytime appear to almost glow under the moonlight. But in the middle of it all, the lines of Arc body are so faint that if I weren't concentrating, I probably wouldn't have noticed them.
そんなどうして？
どう？線はほとんど見えないでしょ？私ね、夜は四季のない生き物なの。だからあなたの目でも殺すことは不可能でしょうね。
Damn.
それでもちょっとは見えちゃうのかな。
Dude, I can't see them at all.
夜は死なない私だけど、昼間は多少の四季ができてしまう。その弱点を突かれて私はあなたに殺された。あの時は大仕事の後だったし、即死体制も落ちてたしね。
Oh, she said she just came back from a big job. I remember someone 2 days ago said that she fought Nero before the story started. I wonder if she was talking about that.
結果、私はあなたに殺されて、この通り夜でも四季ができるほど弱ってしまった。要するに不老不死で亡くなったわけだけど、四季、私の体の線が切れる？
No. Damn, Arx is like his savior, dude. The first person, he can't see the lines. I wonder if I could. If there's a line, I can cut it. But looking at her now, I'm not sure if I could slice through her as easily as I did then, in a fraction of a second.
やりにくいと思う。線が見えたり見えなかったりするから、アルクエイドが眠ってでもいない限りできない。
でしょ？それがあなたの最大の欠点ね。
Her very existence is his weak point, basically.
どんなに死が見えていようとも、その線を引くのは四季自身の腕じゃないといけない。いくら私が弱ってるからって、四季に捕まるほど運動能力は低下してないもの。
She's right. I couldn't even keep up with a speedy animal, let alone catch one. And if I can't catch my prey first, there's no way I'm cutting through the lines either. Which means, even if I see the lines, I can't kill something that moves. Just as a word alleviate my deepest fears, the vampire laughs. Damn, Shiki, you gotta marry her. I mean, right, it's funny. It's all a big comforting joke. No matter how many hypotheticals she makes, or how many of my flaws she pointed out, nothing will change the way I see the world. I'm broken. I'm something that shouldn't get mixed in with the rest of the world. But despite that, when I'm faced with this incredible, impossible being, it feels like everything I've taken for granted gets thrown out the window. She's like a magnificent flower, caressed by the moonlight. It's not like I wanted eternity. All I wanted was for something I could touch, for something that could give me the hope I needed to keep living. A sharp pain stabs at my brain. The lines make my head throb. I put my glasses back on and trade my miraculous view for the ordinary world. Arc eyes me suspiciously.
なんだよ。まだ何かあるのか。
そうじゃなくて、そのメガネをかけていれば線は見えないの？
まあ、そうだけど。昔俺の目がこうなった時に出会った人がくれたんだ。今じゃレンズだけしか使ってないけど、これのおかげでなんとか普通に生活が送れてるんだよ。
そっか、そうよね。どんなに強い心があったって、死とずっと向き合っていたら発狂するか、眼球を潰すしかないものね。
あのな、さっきから言いたい放題物騒なことばっかり言いやがって。少しは遠慮してくれ。あと近い。止まれ。いいからそこで止まれ。止まらないと花瓶投げるぞ。
I retreat, sensing the impeding danger. But my threat falls on deaf ears. Art can sometimes resemble a giant cat, one whose curiosity isn't easily sated.
ねえ、それ見せて。
Man, she's cute, dude. Okay.
嫌だ。これは大事なものだから渡さない。
別に壊したりしないってば。ねえね
I believe
え、
her.
本当に見るだけだからいいでしょ。
Why is she talking like that? Hell fucking no. I ain't giving you my glasses. She's definitely up to something. The fact that she, completely unprompted,
見るだけでもダメ。
unclaimed she wanted to break on high suspicious.
路地裏の時にお前のバカ力は思い知らされたからな。何かの弾みで握りつぶされたらどうしようもない。
何よバカ力って。路地裏の時は同然でしょ。そういう風に力を上げていたんだから。普段であれば式の方が力は上だろうし、そうむやみに物を壊したりはしないんだけどな、私。
Arc steps closer and closer as she tells me this, her hand raised ominously and slowing, inching towards my glasses. She's 100% planning to grab them and make a break for it. Before this turns straight into a scene out of a horror movie, I quickly drop down on the sofa and out of her reach.
逃げた。
そりゃ逃げる。お前の無茶には慣れつつあるけど、このメガネだけは渡さないからな。万が一にも壊されたりしたら替えがないんだ。それとも弁償してくれるのか。
Let's get another pair.
大抵の魔術品なら当てがあるけど、それはちょっと無理っぽい感じ。わかりましたよーと。式のケチ。
Catchy. But by her childish response, I get the sense that she might have only been interested in them because I said they were important to me.
はいはい、ケチですよだ。人間は生き返ったりできないから何事も慎重なんです。だいたいこのメガネがなくなったら俺はお前に協力するどころの話じゃなくなる。四六時中線が見えてたら頭痛で頭がどうにかしそうだし。
死が見えてると脳に負担がかかるのかしらね。四季の目は何かと原因がありそうだけど、とりあえず今はこれぐらいかな。機会があったらもう少し詳しく教えてあげるわ。
結構だよ。あいにく長話は嫌いでね。
そう？私は誰かと話すのって好きだけどな。意図が半分も伝わらない不自由な言葉でもこんなに心が揺れるんだもの。
Oh. Arc beams, an honest, unreserved smile. It really looks like a simple act of conversing is enough to make her happy. She never really talked to people. That's the thing about Arc. I guess because she never had a reason to. And talking with Shiki must be really fun for her. Uh-oh. The night drags on. Arc is seated on the bed. I'm on the sofa, aimlessly staring at the clock. It's just past 4 a.m. Only an hour or so to go till sunrise.
あと1時間か。
Nothing out of the ordinary has happened so far, and Arc doesn't look the slightest bit nervous. The hotel is perfectly peaceful. I've been pretty nervous myself, but it's starting to look like I didn't need to be. It's nice. I have a feeling that night will pass uneventfully, just like this.
ねえ四季。
For the umpteenth time this night, Arc calls out to me.
なんだよ。もう話すこととかないからな、こっちは。
そうなの？せっかくこうしてるのにもったいないね。
あのな、さっきからどれだけおしゃべりに付き合ってると思ってるんだ。6時間だぞ、6時間。
6 hours.
何が疲れたかって、見張りなんかよりそっちの方が疲れた。
That's a long time to talk to someone. Arc shoots me a dissatisfied pout. It's been like this all night. For whatever reason, Arc just keeps talking to me. I told her that if she's so weak, she could just get some rest, sleep instead, but
話している方が楽しいから。
how did we end up like this? I really have no idea what's going through her mind. On top of that, I'm starting to get hungry. Now that I think about it, it's been nearly an entire day since I ate something. The last meal I had was yesterday breakfast.
お腹が減っているなら何か食べたら？せっかくホテルに泊まってるんだからルームサービスを使えばいいのに。
Good point.
いい、緊張感がそがれる。
What?
そういうお前の方こそ何か食べた方がいいんじゃないか。弱ってるくせに眠りもしないんだから、せめて食事ぐらいしろよ。
四季がいいなら私もやめとく。
Okay.
普通の食事もそれなりに意味はあるけど、一人で食べてもつまらないもの。
普通の食事って食事に普通も特別も。
Right. She doesn't look like one, but she's still a vampire. Her meals would normally consist of human blood. She said it herself, vampire needs human blood to survive. Which means she's drunk the blood of others before. I wonder how many humans she killed in her life. She only drank one blood. I still glanced at Arc. I just can't wrap my head around it. No matter how many times she explains the intricacies of vampires to me, I just can't imagine her drinking blood.
何？私の顔になんかついてる？
I quickly look away. It's her turn to stare at me now. The corner of her lips pulls up in a mischievous grin.
気になる？
Yes.
何が？
私がどのくらいの数
Dude, how can she read
人
his
間から血を
mind?
吸ったのか
How did
気
she
に
do
なる？
that? She saw right through me. Her happy, smug smile is enough to unsettle me. I don't like it, but I can't deny that I'm morbidly curious as to how many people she killed.
そりゃ気になるよ。俺はお前と協力してるんだ。それぐらい知っとかないと、いつお前が心変わりして襲いかかってくるか予測がつかないだろ。
It's a legitimate concern to have. Arc nods along, seemingly satisfied with my reasoning.
それじゃあ問題。私は今まで何人の血を吸ってきたでしょう。
Arc hops off the bed with a bounce and head back over to the window.
何人の て、それは。
Arc smiled sweetly. She seemed to be enjoying herself. She's clearly trying to get a rise out of me. Fine, I'll play this game.
10人は少ない。
はい、全然惜しくない外れね。
じゃあ100単位か。
残念、日和切った外れです。
なら1000単位なのか。
はい、それも豪快に外れだわ。
Arc chuckled softly to herself. I'm not angry with her, but I'm starting to feel very frustrated.
じゃあそんなことはないと思うけど、まさか万。
それも外れ。もう10だの100だの1000だのって式は私のことそういう風に見てたわけね。ひどいな。それじゃあ見境なしじゃない。
違うのか。吸血鬼ってのは見境なしなんだろう。人間だって生きているだけで腹が減るんだ。お前たちだって生きていくために血を吸うんなら際限はないんじゃないのか。
そうね、それはそうなんだけど、私は自分から血を吸うなんてこの800年一度もないかな。
Dang.
普通の人間を殺したことだって一度もないよ。
It's such a weird thing to hear a vampire to say. Oh, she's not 1,000 years old, she's 800. Thought she was 1,000. But I still found myself asking the question.
それ本当の話か。
Wait a minute. What she said? Never drunk any blood? Hold on.
本当よ。だって私血を吸うのが怖いんだもの。
血を吸うのが怖いって吸血鬼なのに。
きっと臆病なのよ、私は。だからいつまで経っても吸血師としても半人前ってこと。
Arc uttered her words as she idly glances out the window. She pauses to gaze at the night sky in a drawn-out moment of quiet. As I watch her, it feels like she's becoming less distant, a hazy phantasm drifting away.
そっか。半人前なんだ。
I mutter those words provides an odd relief. Wait, why does it feel like a load has been taken off my shoulders? That's weird, right? Yep, it's definitely weird.
どうかしたの、シキ？
別に何でもない。お前が臆病なチキンだから笑っただけ。
Chicken.
チキン？私なんで鳥？
Man, it's so fucking. She said it herself. She never killed a normal human in 800 years. She probably killed someone from the church, but probably don't count to her. But here she is, ready to almost fucking kill Shiki like yesterday. I guess, to be fair, she thought he was from the church, so. Arc tilts her head in confusion. She really doesn't look like a vampire in the slightest. It's only natural for me to be relieved. How could I not be? It turned out that the person in front of me isn't anywhere near as evil as I feared. If what she said is true, then there's no reason for me to worry about Arc spontaneously killing me. It's not just my newfound sense of safety that brings me relief. There must be something wrong with me. The idea that Arc doesn't count herself as a full-fledged vampire is what has me happiest of all. I can't believe I was so wrong about her this whole time.
あれ？
Just as I'm about to relax on Arc, I'm struck by a sharp sense of pain and vertigo. My vision blanketed by a white haze. This isn't the same as my anemia. I'm still thinking too clearly for that. A strange cold chill accompanies my headache.
どうしたのよ、シキ？そんなに額に汗を浮かべちゃって。
Normally just going to chill, but unfortunately you got to study. No worries. Still appreciate you stopping by. I wiped the back of my hand across my forehead as I reply, and met with far more wet, sticky sweat than I anticipated. This is weird. Judging by the sweat, you'd think I was in a sauna. As if urged by the pool of anxiety, Welling up in my chest, my eyes start to the digital clock. It's 4:32 a.m. Too early for the sun to beat back against the chilly night air. The clock itself still lists the current temperature outside as cool 11 Celsius. It's way too cold for me to start breaking a sweat like this. So then, why? Why does this room feel like I'm standing outside on a hot summer day?
アルクエイド、お前暑くないのか？
ん？別に活動に異常をきたすほどの温度じゃないでしょ？まだたったの38度だし。
God damn.
弱っているとはいえ、今の私でも3000度ぐらいまでなら普通だよ。
I'm an idiot for even asking. Did she just say 3,000 degrees Celsius? So you could throw a vampire on a grill and it still wouldn't burn? I think that's just exclusive to Arc. No, this isn't the time to be thinking about that. The digital display still lists the temperature as 11 degrees. So either the clock is malfunctioning or my body is. I searched the room for another thermometer.
なんだあれ。
As I scan the room, my gaze becomes transfixed on the monitor display on the live feed of the hotel lobby.
燃えてる。
I can hardly believe my eyes. It's something you only see in a movie. Damn flaw! Flames spread through the lobby like water spilling from a sink. Mixed in the thick black smoke, I see a humanoid silhouette. It gives me the impression of a massive predator, a carnivore that eats those like it.
アルクエイド。
Arc remains silent. Is it hostility I read in her expression? No. It's something more like contempt. The two of us must be entertaining very different thoughts as we stare at this monitor. It takes less than a minute for the lobby to be entirely engulfed by the sea of flames. The fire alarm doesn't ring. The digital thermometer still hasn't changed. But my body's drenched in sweat, and simply breathing the hot, dry air is enough to parch my throat. There's no time to think. They're here. Those flaming corpses from before have come to the hotel.
くそ。
I make a run for the window to inspect the situation outside. The town looks the same as ever. The hotel is bathed in flames, but nobody outside seems to have noticed a thing. There's no signs of aid rushing to the hotel, nor of any humans frantically trying to escape the fire.
どうなってるんだアルクエイド。
Arc keeps her mouth firmly shut, unwilling to say a word. Time simply passes. The temperature feels like it's getting hotter by the second. My skin feels like it could burn any minute. I don't know what things are like outside our room, nor do I have any idea what things are like on the floors below. All I know is the awful, ominous feeling gripping my chest, telling me that it's already too late. Arc is still silent. Is it because she's worried or frustrated? Her arms are crossed like she's hugging herself. Or maybe she's trying to hold herself back. She said she wouldn't leave this room. She said she didn't have the power to fight right now. In which case, what did I come here for? I should go outside and investigate.
よし。
I take a short, deep breath to clear my mind. I searched for something I could use as a weapon, but a quick survey of the room didn't give me anything. I swallow my hesitation, take my knife from my bag, and head for the door.
シキ。
様子を見てくる。俺が戻ってくるまで部屋から出るな。
Arc looks like she wants to say something, but I tear my gaze away and head into the hallway. Damn, man, we bonded for 6 hours. I think she likes him now. It's dark. I guess the lights must have malfunctioned. The only light I see is the faraway glow from the elevator-lit hall. My throat burns more now. The very air is thick and scraping against me like sandpaper. The silence in the hallway is unsettling. You could hear a pin drop. There isn't a single sign of life. No running in terror. No burns. The utter silence is making me question what I saw on the monitor just now.
異常はないよな。
I walk through the hallway. Sweat forms into beads and run down my forehead. It's so quiet. I'm starting to feel like I'm the intruder here. Intruder. Normally, you exterminate any pests that intrude a place like this. It's all I can do to calm myself down. I redress the grip of the knife so the sweat doesn't make it slip from my palm. I feel nauseous. There's a pressure near my temples. Somewhere between my eyes and my brain, my nerves experiencing a strange pull. As if my eyes are trying to crawl into my brain cavity. Or maybe my brain trying to swallow my eyes. I bite back against the dull, aching pain as I traverse through the heat wave blasting me from all sides. My eyes grow heavy. My eyelids feel like they're gaining mass. My body sway. I might just pass out. I know the feeling well. It's how I feel just before I collapse from anemia. It hurts. The pain's so unbearable, I had to take off my glasses. I look in the direction of the elevators. This corridor is so long. It got to be more than 20 meters to the elevators from here. It's too far, I tell myself. I go back to my room. What is this? A few more steps, and there'll be no more going back. Oh, someone's coming up. A clear sound. The gentle chime of the elevator shattered the silence, as if to herald the destruction of this pure, empty space devoid of life. A foreboding chill stops me in my tracks. My eyes are pulled toward the unwanted intrusion. Damn, dude, that's a lot of lines on the elevator door. The small elevator light stopped. It arrived at its destination. I can see the lines stretching across the elevator door in the distance, though. Shrouded by so many, a dense web of them, I can barely see the door. The door opens. I peer inside the cramped metal box. The inside is overflowing with flesh. The flesh of things that were alive until a moment ago. My breathing ceases. Just like my brain refuses to process the things I'm seeing, so do my lungs abandon their duty. I stare at the scene within the elevator. I love this OST, by the way. I like the OST from the OG, but the remake one is really good as well. I like it a lot. It's a remix of it, the OG OST. When I first heard this OST, I remember Nero, and now I guess it's evolved. The thick chunks of red meat are packed tight as they can be within the metal box. In the middle of it are two dogs tearing at their morbid feasts. My vision turns red. With a nauseating, scorching noise, a gelatinous mass of meat oozes out of the elevator. A sea of blood, carcass, bone, brain, fingers, and viscera. The pool of carnage only houses two living residents, the dogs. The rational part of my brain refuses to accept the scene as reality. At the end of the hallway, the dogs are still digging into the mutilated cadavers. Terrible news, sounds traveled up through the elevator shaft. Discordant screams spill into the hallway. If I strain my ears, I can just make out the sound of flesh being gnawed on. Intermingled with the shrieks of despair so anguished they hardly sound human. Feels like my hearing has found a shortcut to my imagination. Even though I can't see with my eyes, the carnage is all too clear in my mind. People being burned alive. People being eaten alive. A man notices the usual temperature and leaves his room to flee. The second he opens the door, he is enveloped by a hellish fire that roasts him to the bone. A young girl sobs in despair, locked in her room. When the flames from the lobby reaches her floor, she is in a bathtub. The water steams and bubbles, boiling her alive and turning a rupture of flesh into ash from the inside out. Many clamor to get into the elevator that arrives. Inside, they find it already packed with bodies of those who tried to escape before. Before the time a newcomer realizes those present are no longer humans, they're already being consumed. There are two types of screams, those born from the fear of being eaten and those born the fear of being burned alive. There are no exceptions. The small elevator is a microcosm of what the hotel has become. The vision of hell is so close, I can feel the agony flush against my skin. I want to throw up, but I can't. But if I did, I become part of this horrible ocean of red. If I force my body to remember how to breathe, I grind my teeth together to regain its sense of control. The dog noticed me, and as soon as they do, all sound from the floors below stops. That could only mean one thing. No one else is alive. The dog breaks into a sprint towards me. I'm the only prey left within their hunting ground. The black hounds approach me. Their bodies are marked with countless lines, but they're no use to me now. My mind's too paralyzed to do anything. I can't even decide whether to fight or flee. One of the dog leaps. No human could even come close to matching it in speed. It covers 20 meters of the hallway in less than 2 seconds. Its maw opens wide. Sharp, saw-like teeth reach for my throat. Dog movements are fast and deadly efficient. The second my mind managed to process that it's leaping at me, the beast closes its fangs around my neck with a terrible gnashing sound. Wait, he died? Wait, what? This is where Shikitono dies. No, this isn't right. This won't kill me. I won't die here. Seeing death isn't new to me. It was a hot summer day. It feels so long ago, yet it was merely 7 years ago. Back then, I witnessed something far more horrifying. I thrust my knife into the forehead of the dog that tried to gnaw at my throat. As if on autopilot, my arms swung on the second monster. Canines touched my skin before it could pierce my carotid artery. Damn, Shiki! I surprised even myself. Like a machine whose only function is cutting and slicing, I thread the knife through the dog's forehead with mechanical precision. It comes easy, as if I'm merely cutting through one of the dog lines. Normally, destroying animal brain would cause its body to cease functioning immediately. The muscle would move in spasm in response to the brain final signal, carrying out the last command to the best of their ability. Even if I tore my blade straight to the dog's head, his fang would still tear through my neck. But this is different. I didn't just kill the dog, I brought it death. Death means total cessation. No matter how monstrous the dog was, it lost every ounce of power the second I killed it. It falls limply to the ground. The second dog is already lunging toward me in its place. I set the knife into his wide open jaw. My blade buried it into his wet flesh. The skin of the dog may be oddly tough, but its insides are soft and yielding, its flesh and bone having long rotted. But I messed up this time. The dog lines aren't on his head. They're all congregated around his chest. I might have managed to stab it, but the damage done is little more than a flesh wound. The knife has pierced the dog's maw, reaching the back of his head, which naturally means the hand holding the knife is now fully enveloped by the creature's mouth. The dog is still very much alive. The clamped jaw shut around my outstretched arm. I feel the strain as it pulls against the soft cartilage between my hand and wrist. Any moment now, it'll tear straight through the flesh. The pain is enough to snap me back to reality. This fucking hurts. What the hell am I doing? Getting my arm torn to shreds, but just to stick a knife into a dog's mouth. I struggle and squirm, trying to wrench my arm out of his vice-like grip. As something snatches at my arm, intense pain shoots up through my nerves like a firework. Its teeth feels like it's stuck deep within my arm, but it's carefully lively with something of a knife in its skull. The dog presses weight against me, toppling both of us and pinning me down against the carpet. I'm back, driven hard against the floor, but even now, its grip on my arm hasn't loosened one bit. With my knife still plunged deep inside his head, the black dog tightened his jaw further. It's going to rip off my arm. This is insane. What kind of dog keeps biting down in a situation like this? Something warm and wet drips down my elbow. Red blood is dripping down from the dog's frenzy, quivering lips. It must be the dog blood trickling down my arm from a knife. Or it might be my blood, flowing freely as the dog tries to render my arm into mincemeat. To my scrambled brain, it doesn't matter much. The dog refuses to releases his prize. There's no way I can run away from the dog still clinging to my arm. Not that running away was ever an option to begin with, nor did I have any intention of doing so. I just wanted to survive. In order to survive, there was only ever one condition. All I had to do was kill. But how do I do that? It won't be long till one of my arms get chewed off. Which part are we on? Suspector Eye. We're on Vlov attack on the hotel. The arm is still gripping the knife. The full weight of the dog has me trapped against the carpet. Even if I managed to pull my arm free, chances are the dog would have his jaw around my neck the very next second. The desperate circumstances forces a weak chuckle to escape my lips. I just need some time to assess the situation, some time to really think it through. That's how I've always done things. That's how I was taught. Are you replaying Arc Route? Yes and no. I'm still going to do the Ciel Route. The Ciel Route is obviously, I think, in the next day or so. But it's been a couple of years since I did the Arc Route, so I just want to replay all the scenes. See how there are plenty of lines running along the back of the dog head. The path to survival is blindingly clear. This is the wild beast, a monster that devours humans. But when it's this close to me, I'm painfully aware of his wildly beating heart, burning with his own desire to live. He clamps down my arm even harder than before. I'm such an idiot. I'm so stupid I wish it was me tearing my own throat out. It's kill, be killed, a natural universal law. So why? Why does the supposed cruelty of the action give me so much pause? The thick drop of blood splashes against my face. The red fluid drips down my forehead and into my eyes. My vision is painted a deep dark crimson. I'm not gonna lie, whenever I was replaying arc scenes, I kind of want to redo the Arc Route. Because, man, I forgot how pretty Arc was in the remake. Like, she's really, really pretty. I don't know why. She's like way prettier than I remember her. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't remember her being this pretty. It burns itself into my retinas until red is all I can see. The warm, vicious liquid strikes me as oddly familiar. My consciousness slowly slips away from me. He's gonna remember that hot summer day from 7 years ago. Even so, I can't kill something that's alive. Hypocrite, you would have killed something much bigger than some mutt. That's right. Dude, when this gets an anime, this fucking OST, dude. This is a new OST part of the remake, and I really like it. But that time was different. With Arc, Shikitono wasn't thinking clearly at all. Even when I killed that big dog, it was as if my body moved on its own without my input. But this time, it requires me to make a cautious decision. Didn't Master tell you, Shiki, to use this power for yourself and not for anyone else? That's why, as long as I stayed who I am, as long as I remain a decent human being, I wouldn't take a life for granted. Hypocrite, you've done it all before, long ago. Damn, dude. Red Garden! I can't wait for it. A bad dream from my childhood. Look, what's holding you back now? It was a hot summer day. It's killed or be killed. Before me is the figure of a young boy, drenched in blood. You're ready. My hands are stained with warm red blood. Killed before, haven't you? Damn, Shiki! I stabbed. Rather than extract my arm, I buried deeper as I sliced through the beast's skull. The pain shriek echoes in my eardrum. Unable to cry out properly with my arm jammed down his throat, the dog well resembles a woman's shrill scream. It must have been in tremendous pain. No, not that it matters. I dropped the knife deeper inside, together with my mangled arm. The blade pokes out from the back of the dog's skull. I split his skull and effortlessly sliced through his hide, scattering gobs of blood and brains across the carpet. Before I know it, I thrust both my knife and my arms clean through the back of the dog's skull. That was a really good scene. I can't wait to see that in an anime. And yet it still lives. There's only one thing left for me to do. I take the knife from my bloody right arm and move it to my left. Damn, dude. He's both-handed. I don't know what's it called when you're both-handed, but he's both-handed. The impaled dog body trembles and squirms, seemingly pleading for mercy. It even stops digging his fang into my flesh, as if to show remorse. Like I fucking care. Run my blade along the beast's lines and quickly dismantle his body. Damn, the Nani in him is waking up. I look down on that which was once filled with life. The limp body no longer protests as I finally remove my arm from his maw.
なんだ。全然食い込んでないじゃないか。
I take a long look at my bloodied arm. My school uniform had been torn to shred, but the gouges in my flesh aren't even a centimeter deep. The deluge of blood dripping down my arm earlier must have belonged to the dog. It doesn't even hurt that badly anymore. My fear must have clouded my mind and amplified the pain in the heat of the moment. I'm still lying down on the floor, staring at the ceiling. My head hurts so much. My world is a patchwork, stitched together by these lines of death. Though my limbs are freezing cold, my mind is spinning with a fever. The corpses of the two dogs are right beside me. One of my arms are covered in blood, while the other still clutches the reddened knife. Beneath the floor are a mangled and charred corpse of the victim that died in the pandemonium. Pandemonium? There we go. There's nothing I can do but laugh. Because this isn't real. It can't possibly be real. I'm normal. Totally normal. The only weird thing here is this dream. The second I wake up, it'll all go away. But when did I start dreaming with my eyes open? The elevator chimes. Such a cute, clear noise. Entirely inappropriate for the current situation. It's the elevator adjacent to the one that brought dogs. My exhausted brain doesn't even try to contemplate what this means. The door opens. My mind not be working, but my body will have to. In a dull haze, I grip the knife on my right hand and haul myself up to face the oncoming tragedy. I didn't want to do this. I worriedly gaze inside the newly arrived elevator. Inside it is... It's completely empty. A bit of an anticlimax in its own way. The danger has passed. Everything's over, and I've already gotten a grasp of the situation at the lower floors, which means there's no reason for me to stick around here. I turn to leave when... I don't remember this scene. I hear a woman's voice. She sounds so desperate. It almost seems out of touch with reality. Her bleeding screams grow in volume, accompanied by panicked footfalls. There's no mistaking it. It must be a survivor, out of breath as she frantically works her way up the stairs next to the elevators. She sounds relieved. Hey, you know, if a place goes on fire, why would you go up the elevator? Would you go down to, you know, get the hell out of here? She sounds relieved, but she doesn't slow her pace. Within moments, I can see her spilling for the stairwell and into the hallway. She starts running again as she takes note of me. Her expression, overcast with pale with fear, is lit up by a flash of joy as her eyes focus on me. A white gloved hand seizes her, ripping her from salvation and back into hell. Dang, I take that back. I guess Love did kill someone in front of Shiki. Still watching me, the woman begs for help. Then she falls silent. No resistance, no constraints that bind her. The second she's grabbed, she loses consciousness, as if there were a dream, and she will snap awake, leaving only her body behind. Stop. Stop this at once. That woman. She has nothing to do with this. She's just a sweet and innocent girl. Preying on her is... My cries come too late. Not that that would have changed anything. My eyes are fixated on the woman's neck. Starry orbs of light flicker and scatter within my vision. Rage like never before boils in my chest. My vision clears and I see two soulless pits amid a deluge of blood. The woman's leg switches ever slightly, her fingers jolting reflexively. All emotion, all life, drained from her face. It has to be the first time I've seen it happen. But I don't need to be familiar with the sight to comprehend the horrific spectacle in front of me. The drinking, gulping of the monster is almost unnaturally loud against the otherwise silent hallway. When it had its fill, the monster discarded her body without a second thought. Her body wavers, furrowed like a withered tree. A ballerina tiptoeing the fine line between life and death. I gaze at her pitiful form. The woman is totally silent. The only sound is that of rushing blood. Then her back spits open. In a single moment, a fountain of blood erupts. The vampire sighs in relief as he bathes in a scarlet shower. In an instant, everything around me changes. The sweltering temperature finally seems to match up with reality. A dam of fire bursts, flooding out all at once. The hall is absolutely enveloped by flames. The heat presses against me, stinging and stinging at my skin like claws. If I were to take a breath now, I would surely burn my lungs. But something is strange here. The flames continue looking at their surrounding, and yet the building isn't on fire. As the only thing still here, alive here, I am the only one left to feel this inferno. My headache intensifies. The man begins walking my way. It's clear he's the source of this river of flames. The closer he gets, the more terrible the heat becomes. He's still 15 meters away from me, but even at this distance, it's impossible for me to breathe. I realized that nothing could survive this man's vicinity. The proximity alone would lead to certain incineration. The shadow continued onward in my direction. He leans and tall, wearing antique clothes topped by a heavy fur cloak. Though his figure may be human-like, everything about him screams that anything but. There's something off about him, something wild and crazed. Only 13 meters now. He continues without a sound. He glares at the man. I glare at the man, knife firmly in hand. He doesn't respond. I'm starting to wonder if he can even see me. 10 meters. I train my eyes on his body. Amid the rising flames, I can finally see the lines of death that cover him. My brain feels like soup boiling over an open frame. What is that? A dense, intricate torrent of death swirls at the center of it all. And at the center of the torrent is an odd glimmer, bright and shining like a precious jewel. My head hurts too much to keep staring at it. It's like how staring straight into the sun will burn your antennas. There's no way I can directly stare at his core for too long. If I don't still myself, my brain itself might rupture at the sight of it. 8 meters. He draws ever closer. The temperature rises, though not enough to cook through human flesh yet. 6 meters. The man stops. His focus falls on mine. It took him this long to notice me standing here. I meet his gaze. I shouldn't make eye contact. Arc words of warning ring clearly in my ears. But I can't tear my eyes away. I can't ignore the abyss before me. He's different. His eyes can't be the mystic eyes Arc was talking about, but it's entirely fundamentally different. There aren't eyes that bind the viewer. They're just filled with madness. The eyes of one who has lost his mind. A madman. A poor, hapless man, driven crazy by his own impulses. And men just like me. My instincts scream at me to get out of danger. Every alarm in my body tells me this is bad news, but my body won't move, not even as much as a single fingertip. Danger signal fire through my synapses. No matter the cost, I have to get away from him. If I don't, it'll be the end of me. But I'm too late. The creature with sickly eyes stare at me, but barely pays me any notice. From his outstretched hands unfolds a fire that burns me alive. I'm going to die. The fire is as real as it is terrifying. Different from the blue flames that flooded the hall, there is some sort of byproduct, an effect to its cause. They could swallow you alive, but you wouldn't die immediately. They scorch you with some awful phantom pain that feeds off life itself. But those flames are different. They're getting close enough to char the skin, and they're to burn all organic matter to ashes. The flame ghosts me from all sides like a claw seizing its prey. It will cleave my body into two, neatly cauterizing the flesh where it is ripped apart. The only thing more real than this fire is my fate. Yet, just before I die, Arc! My body is flung backwards with a snap.
Arcueid.
The name creaked from my throat. My mind goes blank. I have a rough understanding of what just transpired. Arc pulled me back before stepping in front of me to extort the blow from that sinister fairy hand. But I don't understand why she did it. Was that supposed to be her shield? So why is she getting hurt to protect me instead? Arc's face scrunches up in pain. The man hits her with a flaming claw again and again. But this time she doesn't have to pull me out of the fire away. Arc swings her right hand like she did in the alley, batting the flames away. but she's unable to extinguish the flames entirely, and the lingering ember strikes her head on. Does that mean even Arc could be burned if she took the full brunt of these flames? Are they hot enough to kill even her? This woman with barely any lines on her, who's supposed to be so far removed from death? The entire clash lasts less than 5 seconds. Zoo exchange a dozen blows away each other. I don't understand why, but when they're done, the man slowly lowers his arm. He stares at Arc intently, not saying a single word. Arc glares back bitterly as she clutches at her red embadment. The man has eyes for nothing but Arc. He doesn't even care that I'm here, safe behind Arc's protective figure, clutching a knife. Vapor slips from the man's lips. His breath is heavy, like it's being pushed through an exhaust pipe, as he reaches from his left hand to find something beneath his coat. I hear a faint metallic clink. It has to be some kind of blade. He's hiding a long object beneath his coat, the same object he used to rend through the back of that woman and turn to her into a fountain of blood. Stand up. He takes one step closer to Arc. His weapon is still carefully concealed beneath his coat. Oh, the mystic eyes!
豚でなければ名を名乗れ。それとも貴様の親は最低限の言葉も教えぬ刀師だったのか。
Oh no! The man stopped in his tracks. A light flickered behind his hollow eyes, as if he's only just remembering himself. I don't even know what language Arc used, but the man cleared his throat, composing himself. His voice carried a current of pain, like he had forgotten he were a living being until just now.
礼儀は知っている。だが、貴様に語るほどの名はまだない。
礼儀はなっていないけど、恥だけは足りているようね。元の名前は失ったか。でも呼び名ぐらいはあるでしょ。継いだばかりのようだけど、仮にもその一角なんだから。
Ancestor! The atmosphere in the hall shifts. The jar of flame roll up all around the corridor, burning ever brighter. It looks like Arc hit a sore spot.
ブローブ。
A pained expression paints his face.
ブローブ・アルハンゲリ。
He declares his name.
知らない名前。私が記録していない以上、正当な後継者とも思えない。もしかして親は自滅？
そうではない。ご当主は俺が仕留めた。
なったばかりの祖ってこと。じゃあ次は私を殺して箔をつけたい？
名誉は己の胸にあるものだ。俺は俺が欲しいものしか奪わない。
心構えは立派だけど、それなら私だけに絞りなさい。これはちょっとやりすぎよ。
いや、この都市は汚れている。焼き尽くさなければ俺の心情に戻る。
あっそう。つまり蛮族同然の三流使徒だったわけ。
粗野であることは自覚している。神祖の姫、その心臓を俺によこせ。
The area around Vault twists with a simmering heat. Like a river bursting through its banks, the fire rushes in our direction. Arc stands in front of me like a breakwater, holding back the flood from swallowing me whole.
動かないでシキ。この炎があいつの武器。消し済みになりたくなかったら、私の後ろから離れないで。
I appreciate her warning, but something about her words strikes me as odd. This is his weapon? Is she really sure about that? I mean, after creating these high temperatures, he's still... No, this isn't the time to think about that. Focusing, I tightly grip the knife in my hand. He's coming. The hallway is now a cavern of flame. pulls the blade from his coat. Got saved by the sunlight. For some strange reason, Vlad suddenly turned his back toward us. He strikes down the hall and leisurely enters the elevator, leaving us behind as if nothing had happened. Okay, now I officially don't understand a goddamn thing. I don't understand those dogs. I don't understand the flames that cover the hallway. I don't understand the waking nightmare that attacked the hotel. Arc slumps against me with a thud. She got a nasty wound. It looks like she managed to stop the bleeding, but her face is contorted in pain. It's still fresh. After all, she only just received her wound while she was shielding me from certain death.
そうだよ。お前、なんで？
ちょっと甘く見てた。あれくらいならシキを助けて、私も軽くかわせると思ったんだけど。さすがだね、シキ。シキにやられた傷、そんなに甘くなかったみたい。
Damn. With her face still scrunched up in pain, Arc smiled as if she was amused by her own words. I can't bear to look at her. Not only did she suffer this wound while protecting me, under reaching she's this weak in the first place. So why is she still smiling at me so stupidly? How am I supposed to respond? Damn, dude. How can I abandon Arc? How? Dude. Arc leans against me, putting her weight on my shoulder as she closes her eyes.
ちょっと待て。何目を閉じてるんだ、バカ！しっかりしろ。お前は夜なら死なない吸血鬼なんだろ。
でも私なんだか限界みたい。
The sun rises.
悪いんだけど部屋まで連れ帰っておいて。
Arc collapses against me. I manage to catch her just in time, arms wrapped tight around her slender body.
ちょっと待ってくれ。そんな。
If you down on me here, I really have no idea how to respond.
ダメだ。起きろ、アルクエイド。
I shout at her, shivering. Her eyes remain closed. When she's sleeping. Her soft snoring sounds so content. I'm starting to feel like an idiot for being worried about her at all. Yeah, my concern was wasted on her. She's not dying. She just fell asleep.
部屋まで連れてけって、また勝手なこと言いやがって。
It's not like there's any other options, though. We can't exactly stay at the hotel when it's like this. Things get difficult if we stick around the scene of a massacre. Despite everything being limited to just the hotel, as morning comes and people arrive, it'll quickly be clear what happened. My head still hurts. Arc isn't the only one who's at her limit. I put my glasses back on to at least alleviate my headache.
アルクエイドの部屋って。あそこか。
Even though I only visited it once, I still vividly recall its location. Well, no point in loitering here any longer. I gather up our things from the warrior's suite, pull Arc into my arms, and leave the barren hotel with a feeling of shame pressing down on my shoulders. Damn, everybody in that hotel died. Holy shit. That's a lot of people. It's already light outside.
そうか。そういうことか。
That explains why the man left so suddenly. The sun illuminates the city with a gentle light. Night was giving way to day. For now, I should just focus on getting Arc the rest she needs. Taking taxis out of the question. We stand out. If a pair of suspicious got into your car, you definitely remember their face. Instead, I carry Arc as far from the hotel as I can before boarding a bus from the Soya station. We're lucky. Given the early hour, there are no witness or curious onlookers to point their gaze at us. Two emergency exits around the back exactly like I left it 2 days ago. Neither the residents nor the building caretakers must notice the lock was broken. It's 6:30 in the morning now. I sneak into the self-proclaimed vampire room just like I did the last time. Finally, this long mess of a day can be laid to rest. That's the end of the day, end of the chapter. Fire and Ice. First appearance of Love. First appearance of Arc too. First appearance of a lot. Basically, the vampires, right? True ancestors and the dead apostle. And an Arc explanation and lore to the whole game. Well, not the whole game, I guess. The explanation of vampire hierarchy or whatever you want to call it. And then Arc explanation to Shiki Eyes of depth perception. And then also this is the first scene that you actually get a glimpse of what actually happened in the accident, but they were not further go into I don't know about this remake, maybe in the Ciel remake, but usually they don't explain that scene until we do Arcueid Route. Right. Well, we'll see. Fire and Blood 2. But with that, it's getting late too, man. Yeah, this is a good stopping point. That's enough Tsukihime for today, because my throat hurt. I've been streaming, what was it, like 5 hours 2 days ago, 4 hours yesterday. So I did 9 hours. This is like 3.5 hours. So it's like 12, 13 hours. Tsukihime. 3 days in a row. Throat hurt. So that's enough Tsukihime for today. I'll continue next time. So we'll do this next time.